Let's talk about it. Marlon Wayans defending Diddy.
Savvy, let him know.
Hey, it's Trey. Turn it up.
Wavy, ooh, yeah, wavy, ooh, yeah, wavy, ooh, yeah, wavy, ooh, yeah,
What's good, Savvy Crew? I'm coming back with another video, man. This one we're gonna be talking about Marlon Wayans defending Diddy. Now, my reasons on why I think he's doing it is because he has something to do or knows something about the Tupac and Biggie murder. Now, we gonna get into that in a second. But I just want to say, man, I got some videos lined up. So if you enjoy this one, well, not lined up, but I gotta do them. But I got a whole lot of video ideas. So you know what I'm saying. If you like this one, go ahead. You feel me? I rarely say this, you know what I'm saying, but I ain't gonna even say fuck it. But if you do want me to do them, just let me know in the comments. You feel me? And I'll react. It don't even matter because I'm react to them anyway. But anyways, yeah, man, I'm gonna just get to it quicker if you want me to do it. Put it in the comments, and I'm gonna get to those videos. But so let me start off. Let me go ahead, switch my little screen, and go on to here. Now we gonna start off with this video.
Way Puff is.
We gonna start off with this video because if you don't know, you feel me, or don't know what I'm talking about, this is the video I'm talking about right here. And then I got a couple other videos lined up for y'all, okay? And then we just gonna chill at the end of the stream and then just watch this TikToker and then another one, Perky, because I wanted to react to some of them videos that they reacted to from TikTok. So let's go ahead and jump into it though.
On his luck, and 50's kicking a man when he's down.
God is gonna.
If 50 ever luck turn up on 50, you know that you got to be careful what you put out. There's a karma to every action that you do.
We'll see that.
But doesn't that mean that Puff is getting his karma now for all the shit he's done his whole fucking life?
Wait a second.
And don't give me that bullshit. Oh,
wait a second. Before I do that, let me make sure. 20. Let me make sure everything good, cause this shit be tripping sometimes. Well, not tripping, but sometimes my shit be like going away. All right, so we good. Let's go ahead and go back to it.
kick a man when he's down. If you didn't want to get kicked while you were down, you should have been doing that fuck shit your whole fucking life to be down in the fucking first place.
Yeah.
I've always fucked with Marlon Wayans, but I'm sorry, this is some sucker shit. And it kind of rubs me the wrong way because this comes off as if he's trying to defend Puff as if Puff's some good person. Like, it's not.
Why, like I said, I think he's defending him. You're gonna see why in a second. But hold on, bro. I'm finna have to get this laptop up out of here. If it do that one more time. I mean, not laptop, but this iPad, because that's my girl iPad getting messages and shit. But now the reason why I think he defending him is because, like I said, he had something to do with the Tupac and Biggie murder, or he was, you know what I'm saying, he knows something about it. You feel me? And I mean, they all in a big club, so of course they gotta defend themselves. Also, I am gonna make this actually I ain't gonna make it widescreen because we just gonna do this
with some tax shit, or he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Puff has been a piece of shit his whole fucking life. And you know what's funny? I honestly don't think that Puff should have been charged for the shit that he was charged for, because the initial stuff that he got charged for, he was found not guilty, but they're grabbing him for anything they can get him for. But he still deserves every single day he spends in jail, and probably deserves a lot worse. Because that's his karma. You being a piece of shit, the shit that you actually did, no, you didn't get charged for that shit. But the other shit, that random shit that you got charged for that you probably shouldn't have, that's your fucking karma. Because you've been.
And I'm gonna get it. I'm like I said, I'm reacting to, because pretty much everything I'm reacting to today kind of plays a part into this shit because everything gets interconnected anyways, my nigga. Everything is all connected anyway. If you take one piece from the basket, all the rest of the basket is going to unravel. If you got to, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? You know what I'm talking about. So, bro, all this shit is connected. So, you feel me? I got another video I'm finna react to, but bro, the system is set up exactly the way it's supposed to. It's not made for common people, but it's set up exactly. It's nothing wrong with the system. Well, from their point of view, from ours, of course, but from them, it's set up just the way it needs to be.
Piece of shit, and the shit that you got coming to you, you fucking deserve. Marlon Wayans is a sucker because he's defending a piece of shit that he fucking knows is a piece of shit, and for some reason is trying to be in his good graces. But keep talking that shit because the way you talk about other people and their karma, that shit comes right back around to you too.
Yo.
Okay, so that's where I'm stopping it from on this one. But bro, man, nigga, that he ain't lie there. He ain't lie. That's why I show respect to any and everybody until I don't get it from you, until I feel like you disrespected me or whatever the case may be. But I'm respectful to anybody, elders or not, you feel me? Okay, so boom. Let's jump into this though. And shout out to The Truth Is. This is him talking about it. I haven't watched this because I was watching these TikToks last night and then I seen this come up and I was gonna make a video last night. I was in the middle of it, but the one I was making I didn't think, you know what I'm saying, I still might make it though. I don't know, but so let's go ahead and jump into it though.
Currently, it appears that the documentary 50 made about Diddy is the only thing people are talking about. 50 has appeared on every media platform to promote this documentary, and it is working, as the doc has gotten...
Also, before this start, and let me full screen it real quick. See how I look on my hold on, let me drag. It'll be all right. If I don't want to cover nothing up, but damn, I can't go. I ain't gonna go full screen. I'm gonna leave it like this. But
millions of views on Netflix.
Yeah, damn. I forgot what the fuck I was gonna say, my nigga. Oh, the Diddy documentary. Man, I watched it like maybe a week or a couple days ago, bro. And the reason why I didn't do no video on it is because I already knew that shit was gonna be fake. Listen, it's set up. It was I don't even know. I can't put it into words, but pretty much. Okay, so let me see. Okay, so I already knew that this shit was gonna be like a state. Listen, if it's on the big screen, that shit is capped. 9 times out of 10, it was done for it pretty much that shit it's fake. It's fake. If it's on the big screen, my nigga, it's fake. That's all I can say. But not all I can say, but that's the only way I can really I can word it. If it's on the big screen, if it's on TV, if it's on the news, 9 times out of 10, bro, it's fake. And I'm not saying what's going on with Diddy ain't fake because number one, let's talk about it. Everything that Diddy was doing, they all do in the industry. The only reason Diddy got took down is because he was trying to become more powerful or trying to get bigger than the damn elites, and the elites ain't gonna let that happen. You feel me? So everything Diddy was doing was already being done in the industry. He's no different from the rest of them. You feel me? And they're no different from him. You feel me? So yeah, that's why I didn't do no video on it, because that shit is cap. Even about Cassie, like at first I was thinking, damn, she going through that, but then my nigga, think about it, bro. If you seen that video where he was kicking her when she was in the hotel, kicking her and shit, and she was trying to run away, waiting for why would you wait for the elevator, bitch? Is there no stairs or something? Like, why didn't you go down the stairs? Then he pulled her, picked her, and then walked off with her back. He drug her a little bit, and then he stopped at like the doorway entrance where the elevator is, or like to enter the hallway for the elevator. And then My nigga took her bag, picked up her bag, her duffel bag or some shit, and started walking off back to the room. She was just sitting there on the ground looking like, well, of course it was, I think it was all a stage act event anyways. But even if it wasn't faked and it was real and that shit was going on, bitch, you could have got up and ran. Even when you first left out the door and was waiting on the damn elevator, why didn't you go take the stairs? Okay, there is no stairs. Okay, well, that's rare if there's no stairs in the damn building, so you can't tell me that lie. But nigga, yeah, took you could so you gotta wait for the elevator. Okay, well, you pushed the button while the elevator was coming. I'm pretty sure when he was walking off back to the room, when he took her bag and shit, he didn't even take her. He just picked up her damn bag and started walking back off to the room with his damn towel on and shit. Nigga, she could have got back up and ran to the fucking elevator again while that bitch was opening up. My nigga, that's why I didn't, because that shit was capped. Even if it was real and she was going through that shit, bitch, you must have stayed there for the money or something. Ain't no way. You had plenty of chances to run. I'm pretty sure even while you in public, if you really didn't want to be with him, you could have ran off while you was in public. What are you gonna do? Chase you? Cause then people got evidence of what's going on. If there's paparazzi and shit around, he not gonna chase you down and shit like that in front of the paparazzi, in front of everybody on the street. And if he do, then we know for real what's going on and what's up. So that's why I didn't do that shit, because I just knew that shit was all cap, bro, from the beginning. And not only that, Industry Hoax done a video where like he was breaking down all the shit. He was breaking it pretty much. He used to do Tupac videos breaking down how Tupac ain't for real what he was trying to portray and all this other shit, and he's part of the damn club or group, whatever, too. You feel me? But yeah, man, that yeah, that's why I didn't do no video on that, because I already knew what the fuck that shit was all kept. Bitch had plenty of times to run away, but she didn't. She stayed because, of course, she at first she was a singer or whatever, just like Young Miami. They got drugged into that lifestyle, and now, yeah, you feel me. So that's why I don't feel sorry for him, because at first I did, but then you know what I'm saying. Now that yeah, because ain't no way. Not I been knew what was going on, but would like I felt sorry for Cassie because I thought there was really some shit going on. But now, bro, I don't feel sorry for none of them, because rappers, none of them. Now, some rappers, granted, they do get into the music industry, don't know that they was chose to be there, but you feel me? They think they just made it off of good talent and being a smart or whatever individual, whatever, you feel me? Whatever, you feel me? So, but then they just drove out to Las Vegas one day because they wanted to chase their dreams, or drove out to Los Angeles, LA, whatever, because they wanted to chase their dreams, and then they end up somehow getting famous. You feel me? So yeah, that's why I don't feel sorry for them no more, because they know what the fuck they getting themselves into. And then Orlando Brown in one of these TikTok videos I'm finna react to is gonna talk about it a little bit. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about this Marlon Wayans shit real quick though.
And is currently trending. But despite all the positive reactions the documentary has been receiving, there are a few who have come out to condemn it. People who, instead of giving 50 Cent credit for getting the truth out there, regardless of why he did it, are calling him out and defending Diddy.
So that's what I'm saying. People calling him 50 Cent out for putting out this documentary. Nino Brown was talking about 50 Cent as a hater because he did this. Now, I don't think 50 Cent is a hater. Maybe he is, because Diddy did fuck his BM, his baby mama. I don't know. But I don't think 50 Cent is hating. I think he actually is trying to let us kind of know what's going on, but at the same time, my nigga 50 Cent is part of it as well. You feel me? Like 50 Cent is part of it too. There's no way you can get that famous and not be and have that much money and not be part of one of them clubs. You feel me? Or one of, you know what I'm saying, not be part of it. You feel it, it's no way. 50 Cent is part of it too. But like Marlon Wayne said. Now, granted, Diddy has always been like that, but the only reason Marlon Wayans really said that was because he's being 50 Cent is being the one that's trying to push for the truth or trying to put some shit out there and expose some shit. But what Marlon Wayans was saying at the end of that interview that we just watched on this one right here, on this. Well, you get it. I was trying to go back, but on that one, he said, "Be careful, because when the time comes back around, people might do the same shit to you, pretty much, or you know what I'm saying, pretty much just you gonna receive your karma when the time come." And we all know 50 Cent been off in this industry for a long time. I'm pretty sure he knows or have done some shit, and if he haven't done some shit, he's you know what I'm saying, maybe gave. And when I mean done some shit, either took it in the ass, of course, or motherfucking sacrifice somebody, something. You feel me? But 50 did something, bro. If he didn't take it, he probably gave it. If he didn't give it, then he probably sacrificed somebody. You feel me? That's the only other options. You either took it in the ass or you gave it to somebody in the ass or motherfucking sacrifice somebody or all the above, my nigga. D, all the above. You know what I'm saying? Or
One of the main detractors of the documentary was actor and comedian Marlon Wayans, who for the past few days has been rather outspoken about the documentary and 50 Cent, making it clear that he thinks 50 is wrong for making this doc. This has sparked a hilarious back and forth between the internet's most gangster troll and Marlon Wayans. Now, while Marlon might seem like he's just speaking up for his friend Diddy, in reality, the real reason he's defending Diddy is much deeper than you think. By the end of this video, you will understand why Marlon is going so hard to defend Diddy. Hey
and I really
guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos exposing the truth weekly. In today's episode,
I'm gonna bring up the video, but I want to see what he gonna say and see if he on the same path I'm on with this shit. Because I promise you, I ain't watched this video. I just seen that TikTok video, and that's all I needed to see to know I was gonna do a video on this.
we'll be revealing the real reason Marlon Wayans is defending Diddy.
I literally just wasted an entire hour looking for a screenshot app on the Mac App Store.
There has got to be a better way.
Then I discovered SetApp and it
Let's get right into it. If you saw the Diddy doc that 50 Cent produced, then you are aware of some of the things he was accused of. I recently made a full video breaking down all the important revelations from the documentary in this video. And you should check it out.
One thing I want to say too is real quick, how do 50 Cent always get this fucking these you know that, bro? 50 Cent is behind a lot of documentaries, a lot of so-called we gonna get into, like I said, we gonna react to the these TikToks, and it's gonna, but supposedly Empire is even about Diddy's life. I think 50 Cent been trying to tell us shit or something. Ain't no telling, bro. But bro, yeah, this industry, man.
If you haven't seen it, but basically, the documentary seems to paint Diddy as a selfish, women-abusing monster who was allegedly behind the death of Tupac and even Biggie. They accused him of robbing just about everyone around him and pretty much running around terrorizing the music industry for over 30 years. It's important to note that while 50 Cent is an executive producer on the documentary, he's not the one making these allegations in the doc. Everything Diddy was accused of in this doc was accusations made by people who worked or were around him. 50 just played a part in narrating the story and getting the footage, and now putting his face.
I feel like 50 Cent is one of those ones, you feel me? And what I mean by one of those ones, I mean like he's a very high up person, you feel me? Like a very high up respected person, which is why he can do all these TV shows and movie shows. And I'm not saying that because he came out the hood and made it that big and made it to that point. My nigga was always pushed to be this, he was made to be in this point. if that makes sense. He already knew what was gonna happen. Pretty much, it was this all been planned. And what I mean by this all been planned is, if you don't know Mace or fucking them groups, I can't say if it's masonry or whatever, but I just know in Mace, or I just know these organizations, they have they have to, bro, these celebrities and shit have to have kids and shit like that to sacrifice. So a lot of them have to sacrifice their firstborn, which is why a lot of celebrities and shit like that, they firstborn son is always, or firstborn daughter is always dead or died or some shit. They have to sacrifice their firstborn or somebody they love or something. You feel me? And I feel, look at this nigga. Look at 50 Cent, bro. He definitely if Tupac. Let's okay. So rappers, they pushed. Okay, so I was gonna do a video on this, and I'm gonna do it. I'm still gonna do it because it ties into this as well. But let me talk about this for a little bit. So rappers are only they ever since rap started becoming this big genre and started becoming this popular thing and shit like that. Okay. Um it has we know that they take over and infiltrate shit. So they took over and infiltrated rap as it was starting to become big, because rock and well, really, that's where rap come from, is like rock. But y'all remember that song? Walk this way! Talk this way! Or whatever the fuck. Yeah. Rap rap come from like a rock type style. Rock and roll. And rock and roll has been an occultic uh, uh like an occultic type shit. You feel me? They always been on some other shit. You feel me? So it got integrated within hip hop and it turned to rap music. This dark rock and roll type style of music. Hip hop is more so like the turntables shit. Hip hop is the break dead, the crunk and all that, not crunk, but you know what I'm saying, the when they had the, you know what I'm talking, when they like the 70s and shit like that, the 70s and 80s and 60s, when it was starting to come, that's hip hop. It got evolved from like R&B, from singers and shit like that. It got evolved from like the pop. You know what I'm saying? They got, yeah. And I'm gonna do a video on that because it's this documentary on Netflix and it's called Hip Hop Evolution. I'm pretty sure y'all watched it or seen it or just know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's very, if you can read in between the lines, it's very informational. And I'm not that far, but yeah, bro, rap has been infiltrated from the start. From the start. And where I think it got infiltrated at is along with well, but I think it got infiltrated by the time like motherfucking, pretty much soon as white people started getting integrated into this shit, like the motherfucking Beastie Boys and all that shit. Soon as hip hop started getting um white people involved with it, that's when it started turning the wrong way. Now, granted, I think it has always maybe kind of been something that was pushed onto us, because if you look at some of the people who like Coke La Rock and all them, some of them people and uh DJ Herc, they look like they could have been part of some organizations back then. And yeah, they look like they could have been part of some organizations back then and started all this shit. Cause at one point they started going down to the white side, and yeah, bro. So I'm gonna do a whole video on that on his own. But let's get back into this
documentary for promotion. But all the allegations were made by the people Diddy hurt directly. So the whole narrative that 50 Cent is accusing Diddy of all of this is not true. 50 didn't even talk in the documentary at all. In fact, none of the allegations in the documentary were new. If you have watched me since 2021, you would know I exposed all of this about Diddy years ago. All of this was well-known information for anyone who researched hip-hop. Yet, people are trying to frame all of this like 50
I mean, shit, low key, he been this shit been. I think it's been kind of out there since since this shit was happening. It's just you had to know, you had to be around that circle to know that. You know what I'm saying?
the one who created all these narratives about Diddy. That is simply not the case.
But the industry knew how Diddy got down. They made Diddy.
Did 50 Cent get involved with this Diddy doc for the sake of revealing the truth and exposing a monster? Obviously no. We all know 50 is only pushing this documentary because he hates Diddy. Diddy not only tried to test him by offering him a shopping date, but when 50 turned him down, he turned Diddy into his enemy for life. So Diddy got his revenge by recruiting 50's baby mother for his freak-off roster. Diddy had...
So it sounded like to me, Diddy was trying to get off into 50 Cent cakes, but 50 Cent wasn't going to some shit. Now, like I said, 50 Cent may not have done the gay shit, but he was a feared person of his time, I guess you could say. So he got a high position of power because of that, most likely. And now this is what's going on. There was a feud between Diddy and 50, the most the most famous rap artist, I guess you could, or the not for rap, but the you know what I'm saying, is the battle of the biggest type shit.
Cent's baby mother at the hotel doing the most deplorable things imaginable.
And not only that, just shit to keep people entertained, because this is the new entertainment now. TV, they knew TV was gonna stop entertaining people, so they had to bring it. And like I said, that's another video though.
Woman who 50 Cent seemed to respect
I'm doing that as well.
To not only publicly claim her, but also go on to have a baby with her. Diddy knew this and essentially turned her into a high-class escort. If we are to be real with...
That's what most of all these either females artists is, or models, whatever. If they most of these females in the industry is just escorts, or they did some escort shit to get to where they at. Some escort activities. Whether that's going to Dubai, getting shit and pissed on, or whatever the case may be. They have done some type of escort activities to get to the point of where they at. Whether it's sleeping around with famous, or whether it's sleeping around with high elite people to get to positions of power, whatever, like Kamala Harris, you feel me? Whatever it is,
That is the only reason 50 attached himself to this. I believe this documentary was happening with or without 50, but those behind this doc knew that if 50 got involved, it would go viral, and it did. While 50's motives behind this are clearly rooted in vengeance, I don't care. I don't think it matters why and how this information got released. Only that the information got released in a mainstream level. Diddy is everything this documentary paints him as and worse. So is Clive Davis, whom I just did a video on, and many others in the...
And how do they go from like... once you in Hollywood, I understand, like it's all part of Hollywood. So once you in Hollywood, I guess you can venture off and go to different areas. But my nigga, if you a rapper, why not just be a rapper? You feel me? Like, why? You know, they go everywhere. But then again, they don't make that much money. So yeah, that's probably why rappers don't even really make that much money like they be trying to show. So
all of this information in this documentary is common news, but the industry...
But not only that though, like they part of the organizations. And like I said in one of my last videos, these organizations control different aspects of life. So whatever aspect of life you getting into, you probably gonna have to join that organization to get to this aspect, or to even be somebody of stature in while doing it. type shit.
operates with a strict
Or
code
you
of
just gonna be a regular old Joe Schmo like me making a YouTube video. You feel me?
silence. Honestly, ask yourself if you
And there's YouTubers out here that's motherfucking part of this shit and been part of this shit since YouTube became a thing. But we Soldier Boy, tell him. But that's a whole nother video though.
industry didn't already know about Diddy before the arrest and the allegations. You don't think they knew he was a monster way before this documentary? Everyone in the industry, especially in hip-hop, knew what Diddy was all about. But they all said nothing. You know why? Because
Everyone in the industry knew what the fuck this shit, all of them is about. My nigga, let's take it back to not Zapp and Roger, but who was them people? Damn, who was was them? They made that song. It's they because LA around that time the popping scene was going. LA wasn't even really on rap. They was still on still on hip hop when rap was evolutionizing. Cause rap, let's say this though, rap always been rap. Hey, nigga, I don't give a fuck. Rap originated from the South, bro. That's why the South got the best. That's why you can feel our music for real, for real. Cause we always a rap. Pig Meat Markham or whatever his name is. That nigga was from North Carolina, bro. Durham, North Carolina, or some shit like that. And then went up to New York, the Bronx, or some shit like that. So, yeah, if you ask me, we always had rap. They created hip hop. Sure, y'all can have that, but we always had rap. Y'all ain't create both of them motherfuckers. We already had rap because a lot of them, the hip hop artists that was in New York was looking up to people like Pig Meat Markham and radio show talk hosts where they be talking like rappers, but on like we pretty much that smooth talk. You feel me? They always look. And who was them one singers? They was they was like some gospel singers, and they was rap. They was like a melody rapping like how we got now, and they was rapping about the Bible and know it. But we always the South. The South been had rap. We just didn't name it. But y'all can have hip hop. Here, the East or New York, East Coast, whatever, y'all can have hip hop. But we always had rap. But anyways, back to LA though. So LA, them one people, I forgot what their name is, but they was talking about that song something, something. And they said something about menage a trois. I forgot what the song is, but nigga, they been on some freaky shit since because the music was that rock and roll shit like Prince and all that. Rappers took that shit from that, and then when it was mixing down on the turntables, it turned into hip hop because the way they call it break dancing because they kept the breaks in that, like they on the break part they would keep that motherfucker playing on the turntable so you can break dance and shit. Listen, yeah, bro. So LA, I forgot they been getting down in the industry like this from LA off in LA and shit like that. They been doing that in Hollywood, my nigga. They knew them burlesque shows and shit like that, bro. Anything part of the Hollywood, every nigga. If you in the entertainment industry, you pretty much part of Hollywood. If you in the whether you a artist, model, whatever the fuck you is, you part of Hollywood, my nigga.
all the other executives are doing the same thing. It's how the music industry in Hollywood operates.
Even YouTube now, you part of Hollywood. If you become like Casanak and shit like that, selling out, they like I said, they been came after, but nigga, whatever it is that you in front of a million people or a big audience, my nigga, and they want to recruit, nigga, yeah.
Diddy was molded by Clive Davis, and Clive was molded by his boss, so on and so on. They were all groomed, and they passed down this behavior from generation to generation.
And they just brought it to rap. That's all it was. They just brought this shit to rap.
The artists know this, and they know
once they started trying to get record labels and record deals and shit like this, and record labels started reaching out to hip hop artists out there and shit like that, and motherfucking flying them out, because they was flying people out then too, and flying them DJ Herc and Coke La Rock and flying all the motherfucking what's his name that created Def Jam what is his name? Run DMC? Not Run DMC, but I think that's his name. Not Run DMC. No, that light skinned nigga that created fuck. Let me search it. I can search it. Y'all can see it too. So Russell Simmons, and Rick Rubin. Once them motherfuckers started getting into this shit too, oh man, especially Rick Rubin, because he was on the rock side, on like the other side of music. So once Rick Rubin started getting into that shit, oh man, yeah, that's when yeah, that shit started going left.
Expected to stay quiet about it all.
Because anything that black people try to like, because it was making a movement. We was making a movement with this shit, and it was starting to become like we were starting to have numbers with it, like people like we was getting along with this shit, and you already know they don't want us to get along, so they had to come infiltrate this bit, infiltrate into rap, or infiltrate into whatever they did or do, and gonna turn that bitch inside out and turn it to something else that it wasn't even was from the beginning. Just like gangs and all that other shit. They used to protect the community. Now they motherfucking harming the community. So they all with the nigga, whatever, nigga. The CIA will infiltrate your shit, bro.
Code of secrecy they live by. That's the real reason everyone in Hollywood is coming after 50 now. So many industry puppets are coming out of the woodworks to defend Diddy right now. They all have something negative to say about 50 doing this documentary, while defending Diddy at the same time. Ask yourself, why do you think they're doing this? Because 50 Cent broke the secret code of silence by attaching himself to this documentary. He's basically co-signing the allegations and snitching on Diddy in the industry.
If there is a God, he must be the greatest mathematician of all time, because I see order in everything.
They come after.
These people are all industry puppets. They themselves have either been to the party and seen the activities for themselves.
And I just want to say this real quick too. Candace Owens, bro, she is, I don't care, bro. She is part of this shit. Now she trying to say that they gonna have like a big 9/11 type attack again, a 9/11 type attack again going on soon. She could release more. She knows shit, bro. She is told that she is controlled opposition, bro. She is told to come out to say this shit. She is given a script, a Hollywood script, nigga. And if she not giving no script, I mean, still, just the fact that she is part of this shit, bro. Nigga, if they wanted, bro, if she was really a target, bro, I'm pretty sure she would have either been got, or nigga, nigga, trust me, if she was a target, you would know. There's no way she gonna hit up the CIA or whatever, the top person, but then hit up the FBI or some shit, then they just leave them on red. Leave her on red. Cause I forgot how the story went, but bro, nigga, that whole shit is capped. She is not under attack, and if she is, it's a fake event. It's staged. I don't care, nigga, cause ain't no way she is part of this shit. And even if she did break off and try to, not want to be part of it no more and started exposing this shit, because I don't even know when she started her YouTube channel, but I'm pretty sure we could go do some research on that. That's another video though. But nigga, bro, and even if, like I was saying, even if she ain't part of it or don't want to be part of it no more, so she's speaking out, so-called, but she only saying shit that her supporters pretty much, you regurgitating the same information that's out there, but saying it in a different way than everybody else is saying it to make it sound like some different shit. Like when Charlie Kirk was, and it was the Charlie Kirk shit when he was shot. She got the evidence footage from the back, she got the footage from the back, and she was talking about there's still no blood. You didn't see no blood. She was like, it was just some bullshit, some shit that already people's been saying. She don't put out she part of this shit, bro.
Or likely even participated in it. They can't co-sign this documentary when they themselves were having fun with Diddy. Believe it or not, they're still going to the industry freak-offs even while Diddy is in jail. You think Diddy is the only one having these freak-offs in Hollywood? This is normal in Hollywood.
Where the fuck you think he got it from? He ain't just invent that shit. He got it from other people that was in Hollywood and parties he was going to.
Diddy isn't the only freaky deviant in the industry. There are many of them. This is why men like Marlon Wayans have come out going after 50 Cent. As most of you likely saw, Marlon recently did an interview where he was asked about the Diddy doc. Wayans instantly started condemning the documentary and calling out 50 Cent for his involvement.
50 and Puff have a long-term beef. It's personal. It's between him and Puff. And before it's between him and Puff, it's between both of them and God. Just the way.
Okay, just like Nino Brown, he was talking about the end. He was talking about the documentary, but then he was talking about 50 Cent is still a hater or a snitch or some shit like that. He would say still a hater. He was saying still like a hater or something like that. Not really a snitch, but saying he was like a hater, hating on Diddy. Why the fuck would 50 Cent be hating on Diddy? Nigga, ain't nobody hating on Diddy, I don't think, unless you just want to live his lifestyle or something, seeing with the cars and shit. But nigga, I don't think nobody is hating on Diddy, bro. Unless y'all niggas in the industry hate on Diddy because y'all want to be like him or something. I don't know, but yeah, ain't nobody motherfucking bro. Just like Nino Brown, my nigga. He a YouTuber. He be doing YouTube videos and shit. He reacted to, or not, he done a little reaction type talking video to motherfucking the documentary, and then he tried to even downplay 50 Cent too, because this is why they can't really break that oath of silence. Even if you do go against the code and want to act like the white square, the light, instead of playing the dark side, like in that NLE Chopper video where he was talking about YoungBoy or making fun of YoungBoy and shit. NBA YoungBoy was always on the dark square because he playing a dark demonic person or character, and he even said it himself. He said he's demonic in the interview and shit like that. So just like that, my nigga. But they try to act just like Candace Owens try to act like the light, but she's still part of the dark. She's still on the dark square. She's just on both, standing on both the light and dark square.
Puff is down on his luck, and 50's kicking a man when he's down.
God is gonna.
If 50 ever luck turn on 50, you got to be careful what you put out. There's a karma to every action that you do.
Think we'll see that day?
Huh?
And they say it pretty much because when some shit happen like this to you, people gonna do the same thing you was doing to them. They gonna be exposing your shit or doing whatever the fuck, whatever happened when your downfall happens. They gonna be doing the same thing because you broke that oath of silence, that code.
We'll see that day?
I don't think 50 does dumb stuff. You know,
Hey, Marlon, have you seen that the documentary, the 50 Cent?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
For Diddy.
I haven't seen it.
Oh man,
you see how you see even Big Boy part of that shit. Even radio hosts most of the time, big radio hosts like this is part of that shit. The label have to go, even if they not part of it willingly or knowingly, unknowingly, or consciously, unconsciously, unknowing, unwillingly, they part of it because nigga, they get paid money to spin the record so many times. They getting paid off by these record. They getting paid off by these elite people. So whether they know it or not, nigga, they part of this shit. And you see how Big Boy, he noted, he been in the industry for a long time. He was a rapper at one point, wasn't he? So Big Boy, you see how he was staring at him with them big eyes. You heard about that Diddy 50, or you heard about that Diddy dog or whatever. You see how he was looking like, and you see how Marlon, like, let's replay this.
I don't think 50 does dumb stuff.
Hey, Marlon, have you seen that
Look
the
at the eye
documentary,
contact.
the
The eye
50
contact
Cent
say it all.
No, I haven't seen it yet.
For Diddy.
I haven't seen it.
Oh man, you working
Everybody
hard.
telling me you got to see it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's,
Probably don't want to see it.
You probably don't.
Because it's all skewed, man. Like when you put stuff together.
Yeah, bro, you got to be able to know how to read this shit.
Whatever narratives you want to, and at the end of the day, everybody being programmed. You know, right now the man's serving time.
Right.
You know, he went before the court. The court said this, and everything is God. But God said this is what he got to do. He got to do 5 years in pen. Let him do his 5 years.
When 50 Cent responded to Marlon, they went into a full-on internet beef, with both celebrities trading insults and jokes back and forth. Now, Marlon claims he isn't defending Diddy. He just thinks 50 Cent is whack for involving himself in the documentary.
I'm going to make it abundantly clear. I'm not here defending Diddy. Somebody asked me a question, and I had
50 Cent probably getting tired of this industry, so he trying to expose this shit lightly and slowly.
Nobody's wrong for giving an opinion about any.
You better be careful doing it though.
Subject. Period. Don't let the narrative fool you or get to you. Once again, somebody's creating narratives. So please look at the whole clip that I did, and then look what happens with the narrative. Use your brain, use your freedom of thought. freedom of speech. Don't let nobody bully you. You got me? Love. Now back to trolling this troll.
But he is clearly defending Diddy, and it's not just because they're friends.
that.
Marlon knows he has to obey that celebrity code of silence.
And that too, but like I said, not only that, I think he knows more about this Tupac and Biggie death than he wants to say. I'm pretty sure a lot of people in the industry do, but I know for sure he do, and we gonna get into why on this next
Sent
video.
in like many others to defend Diddy and deny that these things happen in Hollywood. But Marlon knows these things happen. He admits that he has been to many Diddy parties and loved them.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is Base 40.
Been to plenty Diddy parties. I left early. I swear to you,
And that's what they all say. But even if you leave early, I'm pretty sure you could still go to one of them back rooms and catch them doing some shit. Nigga, even if you do go to, first off, if you go to the party, that lets them know that you pretty much saying that you want to be part of this shit, but you just not gonna be part of what the fuck the other shit that they be doing, most likely. You know what I'm saying? But I think they still, even though they leave early, so-called, supposedly, before what I feel like what they say is when Cat Williams came out with that shit on the blue couch, what they call it now, but real life street stars, so-called, he said, when you gotta leave early and all that other shit. When you go, okay, so what I feel like they saying is when they say that is they still be doing everything that they do. You know what I'm saying? The part they be in the back rooms, how they say, and shit be going on, probably on the damn couch on the middle of the floor in the damn party. You feel me? Doing that shit, got, different all types of drugs and shit. But on some other shit. But they talk about you gotta leave early because around when they get nighttime, 1 to 2, especially 3 o'clock, because that's the witching hour. That's when they do their sacrifices. 3 o'clock, when you be hearing deaths and they die at 3 in the morning, or they die, or it comes out at 4 or 5 in the morning, and they say some shit. Just if it has something to do with 3 in the morning, or 4, or 2, nigga, 9 times out of 10, it was a sacrifice. That's the witching. That's the time that they do that. They probably get into doing their rituals and shit. Get into the dark demonic shit. Is around nighttime, noon, or not noon, but witching hour, pretty much.
Seen the stuff that they claim to be going on.
I never seen it. I never. Those aren't the type of parties that I go to.
And I forgot what movie it was that I watched, but it was this movie. Damn, what movie was it, bro? Was it Blind Spot? Either it was Blind Spot or that I don't know, bro. I forgot what movie it was. But it was this movie TV Netflix series where they brought in, where it was these I believe it was Blind Spot, but it was pretty much, how they do this, the child trafficking and all that shit. They brought in they was like busting this little ring that they had going on or some shit, and they at these parties it be elite people. They bring in the person, then they had the girls sitting, or they bring in the girls, whatever they have them sitting on the couch, or they bring them in while the dude was over there in the room or whatever, and then they bring them into the room, whatever the case may be, however they do it. But then they let them choose whichever one they want. You want this? I want this one. Then they walk out the room with them, or they pay or whatever they do, and go to that next room, or pay after, go to the next room and get busy. That's how they do that shit.
Frequent those type of parties, and even if I go, like I said,
that's one way they do that shit.
I've never seen any of this. I'm like, when I hear about it, when did that happen? Yes. At what time did this go down? Because I was there till 3:30. You mean 3:32? So they waited for me to leave? Like, all right, good. He talked too much.
What I just say?
Time
time did this go down? Because I was there till 3:30. You mean 3:32? So they waited for me to leave? Like, all right, good. Yeah. He talked too much.
He said 3:30. 3 o'clock.
I've never seen it. Never seen nothing. You know, I see drugs, you know. Yeah. I don't be seeing like, I'm not a man that's about the gangbang.
And he talking about in the party. You see drugs, yeah, like I said, they come with a platter, whatever drug of choice you want, nigga. Or have it on the table, sitting out, wherever. You feel me? And nigga, it's a party, bro. Nigga, they coming, getting, like I said, either getting busy in the middle of the floor or in the back room, in the pool, wherever the fuck they feel like it, wherever the fuck they at. You feel me? Standing that, nigga. They gonna get busy right there, my nigga.
This and that.
They has off 35 different drugs in that bit.
If I party, I like my own party. Yeah. You know what I mean? Even if I'm me and, you know, back in the day, it'd be me and some chicks. It'd be me and some chicks. I don't need me, some chicks, and some dick.
That's why he said the infamous lines, "Ain't no party like a Diddy party." We all know what he was referring to. Now, the most interesting thing about all of this is that recently Marlon Wayans was in the movie Him, where he played a star football player who was essentially a part of the secret cult that runs the world. In the movie, his character Isaiah White was grooming Cameron, the protagonist of the film, to get him ready to sell his soul and take the oath in order to be the next GOAT. In the movie, Marlon literally plays a puppet of the elite, showing that he was controlled by the secret societies.
This film is about the relationship between a student and his hero. Him means the GOAT.
The greatest of all time. Legend, man.
The one person who deserves respect among all, and this film begs the question,
to be a star, what are you willing to sacrifice? Isaiah is trying to teach Cam, you need to make these sacrifices to be the GOAT. It's for greatness.
If you want to be the GOAT, you have to take it from me.
You think it's a coincidence that he's out here trying to call out 50 and defend Diddy? He is nothing but an industry puppet. Marlon sold out long ago. He did all the humiliation rituals, all the industry parties, and paid the price to make it to the top. That's why he was dressing like a woman in White Chicks. We all know they make every celebrity that's sold out wear a dress and be a woman for a role. Dave Chappelle called this out, Cat Williams called this out, and as you can see, almost all the celebrities do this. Marlon Wayans took the same oath and wore the dress for Hollywood. That alone confirms he is one of the biggest puppets in the industry. He, like all the other puppets, have even performed at the Masonic Temple.
Yo, what's up, Detroit? Check it out. I'm gonna be at the Masonic Temple Theater. It's February.
My nigga look uncomfortable as hell saying this shit too. Like he don't even really want to be there, kinda. But then again, he part of this shit, so he probably do want to be there. But he just, you know, trying not to make it seem like, you know, you ain't no good.
Be there. It's gonna be funny. We're rocking out. I know it's gonna be cold, but we're gonna be hot with these lamps. Come see Wild Child Tour, Marlon Wayans.
Wild Child.
Meet and greet. Meet the fans, meet the people. Take the pic, you know, start love. Pull up. All right?
Yeah, he looked like he ain't even want to do that shit.
On Mac immerses you in a universe with.
When these celebrities host performances at the Masonic Temple, believe it or not, it's a ritual. These temples are designed to harvest energy during rituals. That's why many of the biggest artists perform at these Masonic temples. Marlon is a Masonic puppet. You can even find him doing the one-eye symbolism, not once, many times, as he's on the cover of Him doing it as well. What Marlon is doing by coming at 50 is doing his part to keep the industry secrets. That's why he's attacking him. He is protecting the industry, just like he promised he would when
they gotta, you know what I'm saying? They gotta do that. That's why they do that.
That's why all these other puppets are coming out as well. Ja Rule is another one who came out condemning 50, but Ja Rule hates 50 and also did a lot of partying with Diddy himself.
This rapper and him, they all in the room together. Sarah, the girl, Puff, and this dude, this rapper. So I'm here at the door and stuff like that. Like, yeah. So then next thing you know, somebody rang the doorbell. We had the suite where we was at. So I opened the door and the dude said, yo, I'm here for my cousin. I said, who your cousin? And he said, Ja Rule. I said, well, he busy right now. He said, he busy doing what? I said, he with Puff. They're in the room, they busy, they don't want to be bothered. He said, well, I'm going in there. I said, bro, you ain't going in there because he told me they don't want nobody to be bothering them. He was like, yo, I don't care, man. I'm going in there. That bull like that. I said, yo, bro, Jesus Christ had to come down here and take the air out of my body before you get in that room right there. Watch. He tried to bum rush me. I grabbed his and threw him against the piano. When I threw him into the piano, Puff and Ja Rule runs out the room. Puff got his towel, Ja grabbing his towel, but they butt the naked. And so then Ja was like, yo, what's going on? Jay, that's my cousin. He know me well. And Puff was like, yo, Jay, what happened? I said, he tried to get in the room. I told him he couldn't get in the room. And he was like, Puff looked at Ja. Say, yo, Ja said, you ain't want to go in that room because there's a lot of freaking going on.
Many other celebrities are blatantly trying to deny the claims as well in this documentary. They are all making sure that they tell the world they don't believe the doc and they don't support it. This is because they...
And look, they have tricked every human being, or now I don't want to say that because nigga, I'm not... Listen, I did a video talking about that human being shit and the term and what that mean, but they have tricked every person on this earth. My nigga, they got everybody that wanted to be, because first off, let me say this. We did the way that they push this street shit, listen, black, not even black, us indigenous people, because I got to stop saying black, nigga, we is not, fuck that term, my nigga, but us indigenous people, bro, indigenous Indians, my nigga, I don't even know what the fuck I was finna say, yeah, I forgot what the hell I was gonna even say, my nigga.
They're all making sure that they tell the world they don't believe the doc and they don't support it. This is because they don't want the truth out there. They are protecting the industry secrets.
Yeah, I don't even know what I was finna say. I ain't gonna lie. I'm trying to catch my thought, but damn, fuck you.
That's why everyone in the industry downplayed what Diddy did. If you followed the Diddy trial, you can tell the courts were heavily protecting Hollywood and even Diddy as well. There was a lot of stuff the courts purposely kept from the public, and the prosecution left out a lot of charges to protect the rest of Hollywood. For example, they never revealed the footage they confirmed they had of other celebrities involved in freak-offs. They also kept other celebrity names from coming out as well. They also didn't charge him with any real crimes, like the stuff he allegedly did to countless minors, or the crimes he committed at the nightclub. This was the courts defending Hollywood, because at the end of the day, the elite run everything. The courts themselves helped humanize Diddy's crimes, painting them as not bad and dismissing his most serious allegations. At least this documentary boldly addressed the allegations. Now obviously, the documentary didn't reveal the most important secret, that being that these puppets are all Masons that took the oath. But they at least made it clear that Diddy did have Biggie and Tupac taken out, and showed just how much of a monster he truly is. Now while
by the Boule, they are part of the Boule, that's the black side, that they control the black aspect, or us indigenous people, they control, you feel me, us. Oh, that's what I was saying though. But they have tricked every person on this earth with being hood. Because us indigenous people, we have always had this street hard side to us. But we haven't not, nigga, they push this coon shit up on us. We ain't always been coons, my nigga. Let's just be like not coons, but coons too. But they have pushed like what is that called? Boondocks stereotype on us. They pushed it through rap. It's been they been had this shit. I'm pretty sure they probably came out with that cartoon because they already had this shit planned of how with Eazy-E and the rap scene and shit. So yeah, I'm and really that was I think that was not Run DMC, but Run DMC, but Russell Simmons and them that kind of like made rap more mainstream type shit or whatever. But yeah,
50 did it all for revenge. At least he did it. Let me be clear. I know 50 Cent is a part.
I might be wrong on that one, but I'm gonna finish watching that hip hop evolution thing on Netflix tonight.
Same industry as Diddy. He has seen the same stuff, and who knows what he himself has participated in. Yeah, I know for
I finished watching it, but keep on watching it.
50 would have not said nothing if it wasn't for what Diddy did to him. But that doesn't change the fact that he went against the grain and helped spread this information about Diddy. At the end of it all, that's what matters. that the truth gets revealed so others can avoid becoming victims. It's time we expose these monsters to the light where they no longer can hide. Because at the end of it all, God wins no matter what they do. Well, I'm gonna end this one here. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you.
All right, well that's so boom. Now we gonna go to this and why this is why I think Marlon Wayans been part. But I just want to say this though. Even Trouble, bro. I did a video talking about this, and I had paid for when they was doing that artist promotion shit where you can get a mixtape with the artist. You just pay however $500 or however much, you feel me? Man, I did that shit for Trouble, and I did get put, but it wasn't actually Trouble though. So I pretty much got scammed, but they did put me on a mixtape with a whole bunch of other artists. It was like 30 other different artists, or a bunch of whole different other, I don't even know how many other, but I did but I watched a video on how artists did scams and shit like that, and I just realized, bro, not realized, but I not just realized, but I realized, well, I've been kind of like, even when I was doing it, I was skeptical on doing it because I felt like I was getting scammed. It turned out I did, but I mean, I did get my song put up on the fake mixtape of Trouble, but it wasn't actually him. But yeah, I did. You feel me? And but nigga, I actually got scammed by that shit. That's so they all part of this shit, bro. And probably Trouble just didn't want to get down with that shit, so they probably had to get down on him because he was probably a real street nigga. Ain't no telling, you feel me? So they had to ain't no telling. They could took him out, or maybe it was some other, ain't no telling. But bro, but yeah, I have actually been scammed, and it was by Trouble. Well, not by Trouble, but a person fake being Trouble or whatever, you feel me?
So with that
And
being
I
said,
went trying to find the video, and I can't, I mean, not video, I went trying to find a song, I can't even find it no more. I can't even find them. They took it off. But the person, matter of fact, let me see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, it was called like three, because I did. He even made a video on the person who put it on the person's SoundCloud that was, and I forgot to send. Let me see. Hold on, let me go search it real quick. I know, I'm getting off topic, but okay, hold on. Okay. Um. Look, you see, I been because all this up here. It was more. I'm probably, I know, but bro, hold on. SoundCloud. Note that. Hold on. Hmm. Damn, I can't. Hold on. I'm gonna find. Okay, well, I can't. I forgot what it was called, but if I find it, I'll probably put it in my post on my channel, on my community, in my community post. I'll probably put it on there. But yeah, not to take up too much on that time. I might skip past that a little bit while I edit, but let's get back into this. This is
Check this
why
out.
this is why I think Diddy why Marlon Wayans is part knows more than what's you feel me is and is part of the Diddy. I mean, it's part. Well, yeah, it's part of Diddy killing Biggie and Tupacers. So you know what I'm saying. This is why though.
What about him? Oh, he ain't. Oh no, he. I'm good. I'm good. You may not be here long. I think no. I see something bad in your life. You got about 2 years left. We gotta watch him. Y'all hang out with him now. He ain't gonna be here in 2 years. Don't he look like you fit? You look coffin ready. Don't care about his head. But love, what's his name? Punga. Boonga Lunga. Love Balunga Lunga. Love him. Send him all. Now tell the guys go. No, it's yo, dog. It's 3. It's 5. I gotta give me my friends, bro. Yes. As everybody comes. Deal, bro.
All right, y'all.
Y'all see it?
Ready to blueprint your engineering career? Earn your master's in as little as 1 year and accelerate.
Now, that clip, it may not mean much to you, right? May not mean anything to you. You know, he said his friend looks like he wasn't going to be there tomorrow. Y'all might want to hang with your friend. He might not be here in the next 2 years. Might not seem that dramatic, right?
He was there in the picture. That's Marlon Wayans in the background right there with Tupac and Biggie.
But
watch what else he knows.
About a year or so ago, Marlon Wayans was on the Club Shay Shay podcast, Shannon Sharp. Y'all know the podcast with the famous Cat Williams interview. Probably the biggest podcast episode of all time. He went on the podcast, and there is a part of that podcast where he talked about the deaths of Tupac and Biggie. This blew my mind. Now, if y'all wondering why we got this blurry photo of Pac and Biggie, the only photo that they took together, blew my mind. So what happens to be the only photo of Tupac and Biggie together? If you will look to the right, this is the only picture I could find of the version that is not cropped out. You will see Marlon Wayans sitting down, twisting his dreads back in that time. He's going to tell you this in the clip that I'm about to show y'all. Now, going on to the original picture, way better. You could actually see that is Marlon Wayans right there, y'all.
And listen, that star ring, everybody with that star ring, that had that star ring, that's a rapper, died. Go search. Matter of fact, I might do a video. I might put that in, add that as a little bonus. If you're watching this far, I might add that in as a little bonus. When I got this ring, I was finna get a star ring, but then I was finna get a star ring before I got this, but then I was like, hold on, hell nah, nigga, because I thought about it. I was like, and I didn't even know this at the time. I just thought about like the true creator gave me a download and it said, you know how and God said that every rapper that had that star ring, I said every rapper died. I was like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? Like literally but for real though, I got a download from the true creator, and literally I thought about it. It just dawned on me that every rapper that had that star ring died. Every one of them. So I was like, nope, I'm not getting it. And I ended up getting the circle instead.
Sitting behind Tupac and Biggie in one of their only photos. It's crazy Tupac has that star ring on.
Look, crazy. And I forgot, nigga, I watched this whenever it came out 3 months ago. I forgot he said that. I just seen that and it came to he even talked about it.
Honestly, I don't even know which Tupac this is, because if y'all go back to my Tupac doppelganger video, there was two Tupacs, okay? There was 2 of them, without a doubt. This may not be the real one. Honestly,
and like I said, go watch Industry Host. Matter of fact, if you want me to live stream, if you want me to live stream this shit, I will live stream and talk about this shit. But if you ain't watch Industry Hoax, go watch Industry
It
Hoax.
looks questionable. I'm not sure if Biggie had an exact doppelganger. If y'all want, I'll just put the photo up of both Tupacs. There was 2 of them, all right? But check this out. Marlon Wayans is right behind these 2 somehow, right? Now, this insane. This gonna turn that clip on Casanat stream into a whole nother monster. Turns out that Marlon Wayans saw Tupac 20 minutes before he died, and he also spoke to Biggie 20 minutes before he died. He also just happened to be in the only photo of Tupac and Biggie together. Blew my mind. You gotta understand something. Yeah, Marlon Wayans grew up in Hollywood. How in the hell is he in this photo? And he also was one of the few people who saw Biggie and Tupac. We're talking about, industry-wise. Obviously, they were surrounded by entourages the night that they both supposedly died. So a lot of people saw them. But very odd that Marlon Wayans was in this photo, and he also was next to both of them only 20 minutes before they died. With that being said, y'all, we got to go ahead and jump into the clip so y'all can hear it for yourself. I was mind blown, and it actually took this whole thing about Marlon Wayans and, his comeback to the scene and him he was about 52 years old, I think. Insane, y'all.
It's ChatGPT, Reddit, and like 3
bro.
other Mac forums about what the best screenshot app was, and I got...
Check this out.
There's a picture with Tupac and Biggie. The only picture I think of them 2 together. And if you look in the corner, I'm sitting in the background twisting my hair. Now the irony is, I saw Tupac in Vegas at the Luxor 20 minutes before he got shot. We saw him. I seen Suge in all these cars and thugs and reds, and I was like, I turned white. I was like, we shouldn't go.
And y'all seen how he was pointing with 2 fingers like that? I know that's something that maybe like older people do. There's this channel called Navajo Traditional Teachings, and in a video he broke down that they pointed like this. I forgot why he said that, but they used to point like this when they was pointing in directions, and then they pointed with 1 finger because of something too or something like that. But they pointed in when they was pointing like directions, they point like that. That's why you used to see people do that. Older people, older black or older indigenous black people, black back then. Oh, you know what I'm saying? They used to, because when they point us indigenous Indians, we were spiritual, so we had, you know what I'm saying, when we used to point, I forgot why they said, but they used to point with 4 fingers. Now I don't know what 2 fingers mean. I forgot what he said with 2 fingers, or if he even said that means something. They used to point with their finger when they was pointing at like a newborn baby or something like that, or when they was pointing at something like that, they used to point with their pinky finger or something like that. I don't know what it means in masonry or with organ, you know what I'm saying? When they point with 2 fingers, they probably, they flip what shit means. So ain't no telling why they do it, but.
Yeah, we can just wave from me. Hi, Pac. Omar's like, nah, we gotta go say what's up, pay our respects. And Pac was a huge star at this time. And I was like, you sure? This sure looks like a lot of trouble over there. And so I go over there, we give him a hug, we all talk, kick it for 5 minutes. And the BMW pulls up. And me, Omar, Mitchell, we get in a cab. And we pull off. And I'll never forget the look on Tupac's face as we pulled off. He's kind of just like looking at us like.
I'm looking at the hand motions. And he doing, them hand motions look like guns to me. Let's take that back.
So we get in a cab.
Watch his hand right here.
And we pull off. And I'll never forget the look on Tupac's face as we pulled off. He's kind of just like looking at us like.
Maybe I should get in the car with you?
He looked like, man, I miss that freedom. I miss that fun. And he was just in this chaos. There was something, a part of him that wished that it was like the innocence. He could just go with the innocence and go with the, and so we left. And then 20 minutes later, we heard he got shot. And then I saw Biggie.
20 minutes before he got shot, we're leaving the party. We're going down the escalator. Or we're going up the escalator. And he was like, or down, he was like, yo, I love your family. I love y'all. Y'all make me laugh with all the stuff you do, my buddy. He was just bigging us up. And he had I forgot what he had on, maybe a coochie sweater or whatever. And he was, we was talking. He was like, I love you. Dap me up. Good seeing you.
I ain't gonna lie, these sound like, now, maybe to me, but it sounds like he's trying to make it into a for real story, but he knows what happened. He's just not trying to maybe say he knows, like he trying to make it know like he, you know what I'm saying? But this sounds like this is a good movie story or some shit. You know what I'm saying? You know they good at doing that type of shit. Oops.
Blah, blah, blah. And I know, Puff since college. Like, I know these brothers. I grew up in Hollywood. So we're leaving the party. I see him again, dap him up. My brother Keenan's in the party with me. He gets in his car. He has a drop top 500 Mercedes SL. I'm in my Range Rover, and we hear pop, pop, pop. Keenan's like, yo, go. And I remember his head as he went over the speed bump, and he pulled off. I went to go eat at Jerry's Deli. I'm friends with Tracy Lee, who was a rapper, and we was all eating over there, and we found out Big got shot. Went to the hospital. Saw Puff and all them outside, or Mark Pitts, all those guys I knew, crying, and I saw Biggie 20 before he got shot. Wow. So 20 minutes after this interview, nigga, you may get shot.
I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. They got no guns.
You 55 cent.
Now, if you don't find that to be
the most important thing about a video is how it sounds, but finding the right audio can be challenging, and that's why I use Epidemic.
Now you know they be doing like, they do spells ritual, they be warlocks and witches and shit, so that nigga probably is a high-ranking warlock or something.
We've talked about recently on the channel.
Cause his family been in the industry, so yeah, ain't no telling what his family been into, you feel me, and knows.
I didn't know that. For him to have saw both of them 20 minutes before they died, man, you gotta wonder, like, what does Marlon Wayans really got going on in the industry? Why is he behind them in this photo? And then he jokingly told Shannon Sharp, you might die 20 minutes after this interview. Shannon Sharp like, shit, I'm not even about to leave because something just ain't right. You got to think about that, man. When I heard that, truly, as the longer I continue to do this, the less my mind is blown by certain things. But that one just had me puzzled. I'm just sitting here scratching my head like, why was Marlon Wayans privy to these rituals and these sacrifices at such a young age around, artists?
What I just say.
Were a lot bigger than him at the time. I mean, it makes you think about his family and the kind of ties that they may really hold in Hollywood, and the fact that, they may be a lot more powerful than we know. You know what I'm saying? I just really have questions about, what he just said. And he said he will never forget Tupac's face. A lot of people kind of talk about that same thing. Really, you don't even have to go to anyone for their opinions on how.
And once again, go watch Tupac's Hoax channel, or Industry Hoax channel now, because he changed the name of it. It used to be Tupac's Hoax, but he even talks, he breaks down all of it. Well, not all of it, but he breaks down everything about Tupac from this photo right here to what was leading up to the shooting. All that. If you want, like I said, if you want me to live stream it, I will.
Looked the night that he supposedly died. Remember, there were two of them, but the photo that was basically like set up, it was took on purpose at that time with him and Suge in the car, and it looks like, life is flashing before Tupac's eyes in that photo. Like, it looks like he's just like in that moment, like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Maybe the guy in the car with Suge when Suge was facing forward and supposedly there was not even a key in the ignition. Maybe that was the real Tupac, and he knew life as Tupac and all of that was over.
And now, I think in the Tupac Hoax channel, I think he said that this might have maybe not been the real Tupac, but I think saying it that way, it may have been the real Tupac, and he just knew his life was over. Now, like I said, I'm gonna react to some of these TikToks. I forgot which one it was. I'm gonna try to find it. Matter of fact. Let me see if I can find it. He said he knew his time was over. Was it this one? No, 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 no. It was this one.
What if I could build an app that works my way with Base 44? My work.
And this is how I even found that Truth Is video. How I found it, because they was on the side of this. So
fast.
I was like,
Intellectuals.
So it's gonna blend in perfectly. Like, this whole video just came. Like, this was literally off a whim. I thought about it last night. Because I was going, like I said, I was making videos. I made them. Well, I was in the middle of making it. Then I deleted it because I was like, no, fuck that shit. I don't want to do a video on that. And I was gonna talk about the Charlie Kirk death and talk a little bit about Candace Owens in there, because since I don't really do no video on them like that. But then I was like, no, fuck that shit. I don't care. But then I was like, you know what? And then I seen how I think it was in one of the, I think it was this one, how I it talked about Marlon Wayans, and I was like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna do a video on this. Next thing you know, I wake up and come in here, do a video, and everything is lining up perfectly. But yeah, let's get into this on how he said that on this other video, how maybe that was the real Tupac. He just knew his time was over.
And let me just tell you something. What an interview it was. I watched the entire thing. I want to show you some clips. These are not all of my notes that I saved.
I used to watch when I was in Texas and I had my own crib at the time, bro. Even before that, I was, well, definitely then, but before that, even before that, when I was in Texas, bro, I was watching all the real life street stars videos, interviews of this, the Orlando Brown, Jaguar Wright, the Cat Williams when it first came out, bro. Well, that interview on the club Shay too, bro. All of them. I was watching all of that shit, but it's just been so long, and the Gene deal. I was watching all that shit. The big homie CZ, now that I keep tabs a little bit now, but I'm finna get back more into it because shit is steaming up back into the industry. I was watching that shit when shit was steaming. Then it kind of died down. There was shit happening, but now it's back steaming again. I'm finna be watching it. But let's get back into this though.
They're just some of the parts of the video that I found to be very interesting. Now, I know you see the title. I know you see the thumbnail. So I'm just going to hit play and we're going to have a conversation. All right, let's go.
If you knew where you would end up today, would you still have made the same decisions?
Nobody knows where they're going to end up, my brother. That's the point of life. That's the fun part of life. The fun part of the life is you never know when you get on a plane if you're going to land.
That's a fact. I'd be scared.
Do you think it could have ended a different way?
I know it will end my way, but my way is because I understand that it's not my way. I understand that I've asked for a way to be given to me, and that's God's way.
Okay, so you heard that? So he said that he chose. Okay, so let's take that back. Let's run it back.
Ended a different way?
I know it will end my way.
He said it will end his way, meaning that Tupac probably like, so like XXX. Let's talk about that. XXX. He knew he was predicting his death and all that shit. If you don't know, X was definitely into this occult shit. He knew about it being in that house with, I forgot his name, but he was in that influencer house with that one dude and with Schema and some other dude, and he had like the like I said, the Baphomet is not evil, but they turned it into an evil thing. It was the symbol of the uterus at first, but they turned it into an evil thing. But so that he had a picture, he was saying either he the Baphomet and all this other shit, and so yeah, he was definitely, but he knew he was finna because he sacrificed himself probably at some point. He just wanted fame long enough to where, you know what I'm saying, people love him. Then he go out like Elvis Presley or some shit, Michael Jackson or something. You know, everybody will love him. Go out like Dolph. Everybody will love him and, you know, miss him and all that. Get to collect that energy and all that shit. So yeah. So they or Kanika G, go back and watch my Kanika Jinga videos. How I said they be having. So they be. I knew they probably did, but at the same time I was like, nah, ain't no way they have an interview and knowing they'll get took out. Like, but then again, they did. Then that Kanika Jenkins video, I was like, they have interviews about who they gonna sacrifice. They, you know, what I'm saying, they have interviews or some shit. I forgot, but anyways, yeah. So they know when they gonna get took out. They or cause they plan it or not plan it, but say they got a little say so in when, or they know or they don't know, and they just sacrifice themselves and they know someday they gonna get taken out. They don't know when, but they know someday. But he said he trying to say that he chose his own way, and
my way is because I understand that it's not my way. I understand that I've asked for a way to be given to me, and that's God's way.
So God's way, their so-called, well, that's a whole nother video, but and I have done videos on this a little bit, I think, or not really directly about this, but he said that's God's way of the Bible, so-called, right? Okay, so that I don't that either way it go, they know they gonna get taken out someday, which is their sacrifice. Either way it go, it's their sacrifice because, like I said, that's a whole nother. That's not all. I'll talk about it a little bit, but well, yeah, the God. Okay, so the God of the Bible is motherfucking. Pretty much, you have to do they. You have okay, bro. I'm gonna do a live stream on it. If you want me to do a live stream on it, I will. I can't really get on to all that on here. Not because it's, you know what I'm saying, not none of that bullshit, but just because it's gonna make, fuck it. I'm gonna talk. Okay, so there's two gods of the Bible. I'm gonna try to make it short, swift, simple, and short, simple, and sweet. Okay, so there's two gods in the Bible. There's the bad one that requires sacrifice and the blood of your you know, a loved one and your family's family and all down the line, whatever that verse is. I forgot what that verse is in the Bible. Okay, but he said I will require your blood or some shit like that. Okay, so then there's the God of mercy, and that's the God that said be fruitful, multiply, and we suppose, you know, eat the fruits of your labor, or enjoy the fruits of your labor, and you know, whatever you work for, meaning whatever you grew, what you or whatever you built, whatever you did, the fruits of your labor, my nigga, not for somebody else. Enjoy what you did for yourself and your family and your crew or tribe or whatever, you feel me? But and so then they said enjoy, or not enjoy, but then there, that same God also said eat the meat of the fruit, the flesh of the fruit, not the meat of a fucking animal or the flesh of an animal and shit like that. So there's two gods of the Bible, and that's the God that they worship and sacrifice. That's the code, and that's it. I don't think a lot of Christians know that. So I don't know. I don't think, you know what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't think I know a lot of people know that. Maybe that say they study it, so they do. Maybe they just confused on what it really is. You know what I'm saying. But yeah, but that's who they worship, and yeah, they do sacrifices too because they require it. Adam and Eve, because they're not the first. Adam and Eve line. They're not the first humans. Really, they're the first genetically modified, or the first or the first experiment, that Yahweh created, but they not the real first. You know what I'm saying? But that like I said, that's a whole nother video. But yeah, so that's Adam and Eve's line, the line that they in, or that they really that they probably in, because even that they be related. Young Dolph was related to I forgot who the fuck it was, but Young Dolph is related to a couple people in the industry that I didn't even know at one point. So yeah, it's that bloodline, bro. You got to be part of that Adam and Eve, and yeah. So they know pretty much that it's the same shit. They know when they gonna get taken out. They don't know, but they know they just don't know at what point. Or if they is following, and they, you know what I'm saying, they got for the sacrifice for the fame and all that other shit. But yeah.
Everyone wants their way. That's the problem with this place, Earth. Everyone wants their way. Right. They don't want to wait for what God has for them. They don't want to wait. They want it now, you know. It's just like, I don't have time to wait for things now. I'll wait. I'd rather wait. So I'm not bent over couches.
You're a God-fearing man. You read the Bible.
Well, not just God-fearing. I'm connected to God, just like we all are. If you tap in, then your confidence will come out in a different way based off of the fact that you see things happen in front of you, and you're going to be like, that got to be nothing but God.
Okay. Well, why?
It's like, what the heck? I've seen people get in trouble. I've seen people give their ass up. I've seen a lot of things, bro. I've been here for a while.
Yeah.
So to watch them come and go, you have to have some kind of foundation. Oh, my brother, you got to have some kind of foundation.
That actually makes sense. So you're saying your foundation is God.
My foundation is my Bible. God can be to whoever you say God is. It can be.
And if you go, and he not like, whatever you say, whatever you worship as your God, and a lot of people don't even know, but they worship money as their God, because they chase that shit day in, day out. But a lot of us, is because we have to. Number one, because that's what we have to use to take care of ourselves and feed our family and shit. But nigga, little do you know, shit, we don't even have to live this way. But that's a whole nother video, my nigga. That, do you feel me? That shit, that's gonna get me riled up talking about that shit. Cause my nigga, we could have free energy, all that shit. But motherfuckers just too scared to motherfucking stand up for themselves nowadays. Cause they feel like I don't even know, motherfuckers scared to die. They got y'all scared to die with religion and shit. Nigga, I ain't got no warrior blood. Nigga. Ain't got that warrior energy, that warrior spirit. Nigga, I still got mine from my ancestors. Shit, fuck all that, nigga. I'm creaking Chickasaw, nigga. I still got mine. You hear me?
Okay, then who's your God?
I'm fighting for my rights, nigga. They not fitting, nigga. Fuck.
Who wrote the Bible?
Are you saying Jesus is your God?
Whoa, let's take that back.
Your God, is it
Who
Jesus?
wrote the can be to whoever you say God is. It can be God.
Okay, then who's your God? Is it Jesus?
Who wrote the Bible?
King James. At one point they was trying to say Shakespeare wrote the Bible, which Shakespeare is just the pen name for Sir Francis Bacon, which Sir Francis Bacon ain't nobody but motherfucking King James. So that's who wrote it. And if you know about King James and who he is and what he, you know what I'm saying, then you know, yeah, that nigga was part of that shit too. So you know that, yeah, religions ain't nothing but courts, whether it's Islam, Christians, Muslim, whatever.
Are you saying Jesus is your God?
Well, you could say that, or you could say he's me, one of the two. But at the end of the day,
you can't say that. That's blasphemy. You understand that, right?
Oh, no. I'd be dead. I mean, the only person that blasphemed when he said that was John Lennon. Realistically, which is why he's not. Okay, and I've been saying this, the world knows, I've been saying this for at least about 6 to 10 years now, and I'm still here. Okay, so we're not trying to figure out who's right and wrong. I'm just letting you know that the walk of my life has been definitely different than the next man.
For sure.
And I've definitely seen certain things that only kings see. You know, I've only been able to recognize things that.
Yo.
I ain't gonna lie. I might go watch that video. If you want me to do that on the live stream or something, let me know. I might actually shit. I ain't gonna lie. I might watch that on mine. I can't. I ain't gonna wait because this motherfucker might not even get that many views. So, yeah, I'm gonna go watch that bitch on my time. And if you want me to do it though, I will rewatch it on live stream though. But yeah, so that's why I said I feel like he know, or that's why I felt like he said that Tupac maybe might have knew that he was gonna get took out around that time. He knew that might have been his time, or that was just a fake one, and it was a fake picture, like Industry Hoax said, or not a fake, but the actor of Tupac is his doppelganger, whatever. You feel me? And yeah, it was just a staged event. But go watch Industry Hoax because I feel like it might have been staged, and he gonna tell you why. But hold on, before I get back into this video, nigga got a picture.
Maybe the other one was setting up the plot to, you know, for the public to never see Tupac again, because Tupac death, you know.
And you're seeing intrigue, the espionage, the alliances form, the power that shifts
No, this been playing all
around,
the time?
and it is. It's amazing to watch.
Okay, no. But let me make sure I ain't move my camera or nothing. All right, we good. But yeah, man, that's why I think I definitely think Tupac, I think he knew that he was, or I mean that wasn't real. I don't think it was real. But he may have knew, and yeah, I don't know. But let's get back into this.
So shrouded in mystery. It's one of the most confusing alleged escapes, or
I'll admit I don't know everything, but I do know a lot of things.
when someone fakes their death, or rituals that I think I have ever seen. A lot of different stories to it. I can say for sure there were 2 Tupacs at the MGM that night. 2 of them. I seen it.
It definitely was.
So many clips. I did my own video. I seen both of them. There were 2 of them there. So it's full blown, very,
like he have done his own video on it, but like I said, go watch Industry Host because I feel like he's like the best to ever research this type of shit. I ain't gonna even lie to you. He probably the best to ever research this shit, bro.
difficult ritual to solve. Why? Because it was never meant to be solved.
Or
it was
whoever they is, because bro, they yeah, that team, if that's a just regular dedicated people like me or you or watching this shit, whoever, yeah, they on they shit with doing this shit.
done by Masons. It is a ritual, you know, maybe this was his 33rd degree Mason ritual for him to graduate to the next level. I don't know. I don't know. We could throw out so many theories, y'all, but I just know the devil was in the details that night. And nothing of Tupac's alleged death is what it seemed. I mean, Suge Knight hinted at him faking his death.
And now I might do my own research on this, but the reason of why Marlon Wayans was there, I don't think has yet to be said. So why was he even there? And why? Well, actually, because I think in the Diddy, I mean not the Diddy, the not the Tupac. What the fuck? The damn, what is that called? I didn't forgot that quick. It was just on the tip of my tongue. Was it the Diddy or was it the bro? The Diddy. I think it might have been a Diddy documentary. He talked about why they was there maybe I gotta go rewatch it, but I think it's yet to be said why they was there and why Marlon Wayans is even there. But he ain't never say that. I think this photo was them both in either LA or yeah, I think that's when Biggie flew out to LA with the two to meet or to do something with Tupac or something like that, and Diddy or something like that. It was something like that. I forgot why they said in the Diddy documentary, but yeah, it was something like that. So, and I forgot what I'm gonna have to go rewatch that because now I want to even know. I want to know why. What is my computer on 17%? All right, hold on. Let me hold on. Oh, if I don't mess up my camera. Is it good? Okay, it's still good. It's a little tilted a little bit. All right. Well, now that look a little too, it'll be all right. But my computer finna die. But shit, y'all can see it. But motherfucking yeah, I think it's yet to be explained on why. But yeah, I'm gonna see if he talk about it in this shit a little bit.
For multiple, for decades after he died,
Cause like I said, I watched this when it first came out 3 months ago. So no. Hold on, where my blunt go? Oh shit, I sat on that motherfucker. Fuck. Hell nah, I didn't set on my damn blunt. They ain't squish it though that bad. The motherfucker still straight. But let's get back to it though.
Machiavelli.
That's why I started looking around like that because I was like, "Where my blunt go?" And then I reached for my water because I did get a little thirsty. But then that's why I started looking around like that because I was like, "Where did my damn blunt go?"
Back then, being young and hearing about all that stuff, Illuminati and all that good stuff back then, it felt so different. It felt like you were in another time. It's like those words, that energy had a real, very strong pull to it. When you thought about the stuff Tupac was involved in and all the stuff he was exposing and the Quincy Jones stuff, it was strong back then. Like
now, so okay, so there was this video that I was gonna react to, and it was on Prodigy, and he was talking about how Tupac was one of the most matter of fact, I might go react to it. I'm gonna go react to it.
it's because we were younger. We weren't, adults. We didn't know how to really, gauge this kind of conspiracy stuff. But man, I swear it had a different energy back then. And I don't even really know.
I ain't gonna lie, a whole lot of shit did. Yeah, a lot of shit had a different energy back then, but I on why that is, I can't really say why. But my speculation is, or my theory is, maybe that just coming off with something on the fly. I feel like maybe it might be because even though they was into this shit, that because like I said, it's Hollywood, so they always, you feel me, it's just times back then, it was a little more better because it was like a big boom of shit happening. Shit was new happening. Almost every new, what I'm saying, every new generation or every new like every year, every couple, whatever, is just like new shit happening. Boom, boom, new type of technology or new type of like a upgraded fridge or upgraded, what I'm saying, or what I'm saying, just shit coming out. Then invention of music and invention of, not invention of music. Well, yeah, invention of music and shit, like, just different shit come happening. Boom, 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 new shit. Invention of movies, invention of when they started doing the blackface, type them type of shows and shit. You know what I'm saying? When they was doing blackface and burlesque shows and all that shit, just, new shit. And that was Marilyn Monroe. That's how she got started, I believe, doing like burlesque type shit, I believe. But Yeah, man, just like, just shit happening. Boom, 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 new shit. So it was a different time. And then it's this thing going around a little bit, or this theory going around saying that that the 2000s, it like after 1999 the world ended. The 2000s, that's why it's just a blend, like there's nothing really new happening no more. Like nothing kind of exciting. Like shit just kind of, like, I mean, it was good times then, but like it wasn't like then. It wasn't like the 90s and 80s and all that shit and 70s. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was good times, but and that's what tricked people too at the same time, because even though all that shit was happening and it felt like, we was free now, we could live, we could go anywhere, we got cars now, like it's good, we could drive, we go wherever, you feel me, on the highway, even though it seemed like it was a good time and we was still free, we was never freed. We was never freed ever. That's why now they got surveillance and they finna push surveillance even more. 2030 agenda. If you know about that, I can even do a video on that if y'all want me, which I am gonna do it. Actually, whether you want it, I'm gonna do it anyway. But uh yeah, like, so that's yeah, even though it seemed like times was good and like shit was getting better, times was getting better, it seemed like it was, but that's how they do shit. They push new shit and make it seem like it's convenient or like it's something you need. You feel me? And it ends up, it was all a plan all along, just like cell phone, social media, all that shit. It was a plan all along. They just like Netflix, when cable started coming out, then what I'm saying, it was ad free or something like that, and then they started spamming ads, start shit, just started upgrading. They started doing shit and spamming that, and just like Netflix. Everybody remember Netflix, how it was and how that shit started changing over the years. That's how they did it. And then cable was to the point where it got to where Netflix had, what I'm saying, then everybody was in love with Netflix, and now Netflix is to where it's going now, where they done bought motherfucking Warner Brothers. You know what I'm saying? Warner Bros. Or whatever the fuck. Warner Bros. So
Trying to say to describe it, but I just know what I feel and what, I thought I knew back then. Man, it just seemed very dark. I mean, it does now, but, I guess maybe we're able to gauge it and understand it a little bit different now that we're older, as in us, people who are interested in this kind of stuff. So moving on, right? Also, I want to throw in here real quick. I think it's like a 20-second clip from the main actor from the movie Him.
And I feel like it's really the generation of like the 19, pretty much, I can't really say what the, what I'm saying, you doing, like, but pretty much from like 30, if you like 35, I give it the limit, but like really 32, 31, and yeah, 32, 31, shit like that, to down to maybe about my age or younger, 24 to 20, maybe 20, like, but really all the other younger ages coming before this too. Like we the generation that's figuring out the bullshit of what's going on behind, what I'm saying, closed doors type shit. Like we the generation we the conspiracy generation. You know what I'm saying? Like we are the ones that's figuring out, oh, this shit was never what it was seen. Like we was in Alice in Wonderland for real. Like we the generation that's figuring this shit out. You know what I'm saying?
He actually did a video where they were shooting scenes under the eclipse last year. They started filming long ago, I think early 24 or late 23, if I'm not mistaken. And they actually shot one of the scenes under the eclipse. I think it may have been.
Granted, there have been people talking like Craig G. Lewis. I think that's his name, that pastor dude, or not really pastor, but he's sort of like a pastor, and he talks about this shit in this, or I think he is a pastor. He called himself a pastor. I don't know, but yeah, so like there's been people that's exposing this shit since them times, like the 80s and shit like that. It's been people, or the 90s around something like that, but it's been people that was exposing this shit. It's just you will get for real called you. People didn't want to believe that shit back then. But it wasn't as much as it is now. Now it's like damn near it seemed like almost, well, not almost the whole world, but it seemed like damn near like it's a lot of people that know this information now.
Y'all let me know. Might have been April 24, but I'll show y'all that clip real quick. It's very quick.
But so-called age of awakening, because we in the age of awakening as well. But once again, that's a whole nother video. If I really not, it's not. I could just talk about it in this, but yeah, the age of awakening, bro. I don't believe that that's really like okay, so I feel like everybody is waking up now because it's the new trend. It's the new thing to do. You feel me? Like it's going around all on social media. I mean, you gonna find, especially on TikTok. Like, I mean, if that's like, it do go based off your algorithm, so whatever you watch, but every now and then, a video like that might sneak up to see if you like interested in it or some shit or something like that, and then it's gonna send you down that rabbit hole. But yeah, like I feel like it's the age of awakening because not because it's the natural law, maybe because yes, it's the natural law, but not really because it's this old mystical thing like people is trying to make it seem. You know what I'm saying? I think it's more so like it's the age of awakening because they planned it, the masonry, the mason, whatever, they planned it to make it the age of awakening. Like if they really didn't want this information to come out, I'm pretty sure. I mean, because once again, going back in history, going to what's his name? I forgot his name, but Leo Taxel, he was like the first person to coin that Freemasonries is Satanist and do all this evil shit that I'll be speaking on, and other conspiracies that's coming out the closet now. He was the first one to coin it, but even that I feel like was the first, maybe not the first, but like one of the first, uh, what you call it, like superstitions. You know what I'm saying? Like what, going back to Illuminati, I could bring it up right now. If you go look on it, it says they oppose superstition. Meaning like if you ask them are they in it, they gonna say no. But then they gonna show you all types of signs and symbols and do hand gestures and shit to let you know that they are down with it. But they not gonna directly tell you. But yeah, so damn, where was I at? Oh, so yeah, I feel like even that was a scam. Not scam, but like a fake stage event, like Leo Taxel. But damn, now I forgot where I was going after that. Damn, I forgot where I was even going with that shit. But yeah, so I feel like that's one of the first superstitions. So damn. Yeah, I forgot where I was going. Let me see if I can rewind.
Might have been April 24, but I'll show y'all that clip real quick.
I don't know, but let me see. Let me see if I can remember real quick. Now I forgot, but shit, bro. Cause I was going somewhere with that shit, and I need I need to get that shit out. But yeah.
Very quick. I just thought that was really interesting. They chose when the veil is very thin to
yeah, Age of Awakening. But so yeah, I told you it'd come to me. But so yeah, so I don't feel like it's really like this old mystical thing that's happening. I feel like it's more so they planned it to happen. Because if they really if they didn't want it to, because once the internet got created, I mean, it was kind of over with. And then they put this shit out there. But that's a whole, like I said, that could be a whole nother video, but I'm going to talk about it a little bit here. But so even the internet, they put all this shit up on the internet, and it either, okay, so AI, okay, so the internet is made by DARPA. It's made by them. So whatever is on the internet is, about troll farms, click farms, all that shit where they have, and even comment sections, they use shit to persuade. They use that to persuade, like a whole bunch of bots in the comment sections to persuade people's way of thinking and shit like that. You feel me? Because we all know that's in our nature. That's in, especially the indigenous people. It's in our, that's how they use that as a weapon against us. It's in our nature to be like think as like a group, can be considered as like, a tribe, think as like, I'm saying, a group type shit. So they use that against us, and so yeah, but I forgot where I was going with that, but back to the Age of Awakening before I lose my thing again. So, like I said, yeah, I don't think that was really no mystical thing. I think it's just, I'm saying, something that they planned to happen. They just didn't, or maybe they did plan it. Either they just didn't think it would get this bad, or like to where everybody is on this shit, or they did want it to get this bad so they can, we can like maybe like try and overthrow the government. Then they can bring in, because this so like, okay, so that, let me finish my point. So they can bring in like this new type of governance system or something like AI surveilled systems. They thought maybe they brought in maybe the shutdown because they thought we was gonna go crazy, and they can bring in maybe martial law and bring in the surveillance shit and all that shit. They still doing it, maybe it's just they doing type of steps and plans to get there and shit. You know what I'm saying? But they definitely they bringing in more surveillance for this 2030 agenda, and I might put a screenshot, a picture up here of the plan, but yeah, I think it's more so like a planned event, the Age of Awakening, not really just because it's Aquarius and it's the Age of Awakening, Aquarius, but I feel like it's something they doing to like maybe bring in a new government system, because we know they have this side, it's the same wings on the plane, the right and left. So if they got this side saying this thing and this side saying, no, I hate this thing. So they had this side going, everybody, they, you know what I'm saying? They got this side going where they oppose, or let's say they got this side going where they oppose being LGBTQ, then they brought in Barack Obama or whoever, and then they signed in like, oh, I like you, don't matter. So then they signed it in, and then now they got this side going. Then no, and then they, it's just like a big old motherfucking not mind fuck, but that too, but just a big ass fucking clown circus, a parade type shit. So.
One of the scenes of the movie, which obviously lets you know the direction that the movie was going in anyway, considering Marlon Wayans' character is basically the devil.
Filming this movie, they got me filming this spooky ass scene during the eclipse. I gotta go talk to my grandma. We gotta go to church tomorrow. You got my Bible?
Even that.
You got my Bible?
And like I said, you could go watch one of my shorts. Go back, scroll down to one of my shorts, and this, matter of fact, let me take this back real quick. Just so. Let me take that back real quick and go to my page. Or wrong thing. Okay, so look. Dang, where is it? Damn. That's crazy. I can't even find it now. I don't know where it's at. I ain't deleted. Oh, I forgot to do that. It might be right here. Yep, right here.
me, sir? I'm pure and virtuous and wholesome and innocent. How can you say anything about me?
Sir, you need to be born again.
I am born again.
Did you just say that you were Lucifer?
I am Lucifer.
Can you find Lucifer for me?
Pure, virtuous, wholesome, innocent individual that's out to help people.
Lucifer is?
Yeah.
Say that again. Lucifer is a pure, holy...
Virtuous.
Virtuous. Now, see the Lucifer that God created?
That's the same one.
Oh, man, this is great. I'm going to put this on the internet.
Oh, God bless you, brother.
Because that's exactly what the Shriners and Masons teach us, that Lucifer is light.
No.
And you're
what about those hospitals?
You know what, sir? Jesus said many will...
And guess who else teach that he is the light? Jesus. And we finna go to this, we finna go to this next show.
On that day, Lord, we did not do these good deeds in your name. You'll say, away from me, you workers of iniquity. I never knew you.
Jesus said it?
In Matthew chapter 5.
Mercy.
No.
Boy, he playing dumb like a motherfucker. Jesus said it? Mercy.
So you're a Christian and you don't know that. Actually,
no, I really am.
You are.
Because I'm pure and virtuous.
You're pure and virtuous, okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. In other words, you're perfect without Jesus, right?
No.
Okay, tell me about Jesus. Who is Jesus?
Well, he's my leader.
Is he the Son of God?
Yes, he is.
Is he the only worshipful master?
Yes.
Have you ever been called worshipful master?
No, because I've just been too busy. I've been working. Been working to help people.
What kind of work? Okay. Get out of here. See, this is what a Mason confesses, is that Lucifer is light.
Boom. So like I said on there, while we calling ourselves good Christians, they calling us bad Christians. And while we calling them bad Christians, they calling us, we thinking we good Christians, while they calling us bad Christians. And they thinking they good Christians, while we calling them bad Christians. Because they actually following the Bible to a T. So they doing everything that like went from the Adam and Eve line. They got it. Your blood I will require. Whatever that verse is in the Bible, your blood, whatever. That's they know this shit. Now let's go to my short real quick. Because guess who else said he was like Jesus? He said, I am the morning star at that. Let's go to this other one. Oh, I went too far. Oh, that's actually on my short. All right,
Got something even
really
better.
What the?
Doing it.
I don't know why they should be doing that sometimes.
We are all in the same game, just at different levels, dealing with the same hell, just different devils. Now, who is Lucifer? Now, in exoteric Christianity and most spiritual teachings, he is a fallen angel after a rebellion in the heavens, the so-called light bringer or the morning star, the prince of darkness. So why then does Jesus proclaim in Revelation 22:16, I, Jesus, have sent my angels to give to you this testimony for the churches. I am the root and the offspring of David and the bright morning star. If Lucifer is known as the morning star, then why is Jesus saying this? Because the Bible is meant to be read allegorically. Lucifer is not an entity, nor was he ever. Manly P. Hall once said, Lucifer represents the individual intellect.
Lucifer can be anything or anybody.
And will, which rebels against the domination of nature. We are all.
It could be anything or antibody that's acting like a devil. Or acting like Lucifer, whatever. It's not really an entity. Now, it may actually be an entity, but it's not really a real entity. Like, you know, like how they try to portray it like that. It say that it rebels against the domination of nature, meaning that goes against their nature. You see how like animals, they do whatever the fuck they was programmed to do, whatever they mind, they conscious, they conscious was programmed to do on this earth. They don't rebel against that. They don't start going and making computers and motherfucking doing all this crazy shit that they use whatever they got. They don't go and make tools to do other unnecessary shit that we don't necessarily need to do. Now, yes, maybe for some things, but We the only thing that goes against the domination of nature. Matter of fact, nigga, they took nature away from us and out of us. They have tamed us like some fucking animals. And I forgot who it was that said that, but they literally put, shout out Dane Calloway, it might have been him, but they literally said something like it was they tamed us like some horses, my nigga. They tamed the indigenous people like they took nature away from us and out of us, meaning that they took it away from us because we go outside, nigga. We gotta go buy soil now just to plant, nigga. We gotta step on soil to go buy soil from the damn store, my nigga. Because they took that shit away from us. They have put all types of chemicals and shit, toxic shit in the fucking ground, leaves, nigga. The shit that we do to our lawns even fucks with nature, nigga. They put fake grass down too, nigga. How you gonna plant? How you gonna dig up the grass, or put if there wasn't no grass there, nigga? They plant like this fake turf grass that look real. It grow and do everything, y'all know. You know what I'm saying? It don't look like damn football fields no more. That's what it used to look like. Now they got it to where it's real, nigga. That shit is like real grass, nigga. And it's planted in front of every damn new house. You'll see it. Most of the new houses have this, nigga. That's why you don't see worms and shit like that no more, nigga. Because even with leaves, nigga, we break leaves up. Even lawn care, bro. The shit that they have us doing, it goes against nature. The leaves is supposed to fall to the ground so the ground can eat them motherfuckers up, or when they break down, shit can eat it, break it down, whatever goes to the ground, nigga. Then it recycles, nigga. It's the nature.
I gotta go talk to my grandma. We gotta go to church tomorrow. You got my Bible? You got my Bible?
Is it in your chair?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And they have the same.
Like that.
All right, so listen up. State Farm was trying to charge me $197 for car insurance. No thanks.
Now here's something.
Okay, he said, I gotta go to church tomorrow. Get my Bible. They call church is the same thing for them, or not really the same thing, but damn near the same thing. They call what they do church to make it sound like they're going to church like we go to church. Let me go back to my short. Oh, matter of fact, it's not even my short.
Did you know that everything in Freemasonry can be found in the Holy Christian Bible? And that's why I always say, when you have a question like this, all you really gotta do is open up and read this. So let's talk about what the mysteries about Boaz really are. In 1 Kings 7:21, Boaz is described as one of the two great pillars at the entrance of King Solomon's temple. Now, to the untrained eye, it's just a name, but for those who understand the mysteries, Boaz is a symbol of inner strength, stability, and transformation. Masonic scholar Albert Mackey called Boaz the foundation.
I was gonna say I ain't gonna play all of it, but I am gonna play all of it because I mean shit, fuck it. It ties into everything that I'm talking about. I was gonna say I was gonna make this into another video, but I could do another video on this, but not. I mean, it could be a whole video, but not really. But I mean, actually, yeah, I could if you want me to, but I'll find a way somehow. I get to talking and the motherfucking just get to going on this shit, get to preaching about it. But so literally every day, everything day Bible is the same as ours. It may have maybe a few more words, a few more things in there, maybe, but it's literally they say it's the same thing down to the T. The only difference is they understand what it's actually saying. Like he said, the mysteries of the Bible or in the Bible. They actually, cause nigga, they that's what it's theirs. You feel me?
Moral strength. While esoteric thinkers like Manly P. Hall connect.
They brought their religion over here, so they know exactly. We us indigenous people was spiritual. We didn't have no religion or no mystery school, as they used to call it.
As to the hidden wisdom of ancient mystery schools. He believed that Boaz bridged the material and spiritual worlds together. And I personally feel that it's a mix of both. You need that moral strength, that foundation as you navigate through life and transform into whatever man you're going to be. And I'm pretty sure that all of us at one point in our life have felt like we're missing that inner strength that guides us through life's challenges. I feel that Boaz teaches us that life's journey of building ourselves is just like the building of King Solomon's temple. one stone at a time. You just have to imagine having that strength as your foundation, grounding you in stability while guiding you to a higher understanding. And the way it all ties back into Ruth with redemption and grace, it's really a beautiful symbol and amazing story. But for real, if you want to know more about Freemasonry, just open this book and read it cover to cover. That's all you gotta do. If you want to know more about Freemasonry, make sure you hit that follow button. Some more to be.
Boom. This is that it's theirs. It's the same. That's why it's no, you know what I'm saying? Hold on. So yeah, you get the point. It's so when they say that shit, is they don't mean like we mean it. They saying something else. And really what we doing, we might as well stop doing the shit, because we don't, even when we go to church, we still get out of church and do the same shit when you're supposed to be doing something better. You feel me? And not just on Sunday, motherfucker, every day. You feel me? So yeah, we might as well just give up the religion, because that ain't even us anyways. We are spiritual. We was a spiritual people, not no religious people. So we do what's right spiritually. We don't need no damn. We don't need no motherfucking Jesus. I don't to tell me right from wrong. You feel me? I mean, it is guide rails, and it can guide you the right way, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? You don't need Jesus to tell you to not kill nobody, to know not to kill nobody. I mean, you wouldn't want to be killed, would you? So why would you do it to somebody? I mean. And not only that, I mean, you know it hurts somebody, so why would you want to hurt somebody? You know what I'm saying? It's just simple shit, simple math.
Also, where I think he talked about it at first in 2023, but I saw updated articles that were dated back in May.
I feel like, shout out to bro Sanchez. He was talking about this, but even before him, I mean, that's what I got out, because I started realizing this shit. That's why I got out of religion. A lot of people is realizing this shit. But bro, I mean, I feel like if you need, a lot of people be like, boy, if it wasn't for Jesus in my life, for God in my life, I swear I'll do something to you. I'll do this or whoop de whoop to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you so you still an evil person at the end of the day, because that means you just need somebody to hold you back from, like, a fight. You just need somebody to hold you back from stopping to do it. I mean, good people battle the same. It's called fighting your demons. I mean, good people, if you don't drink or if you don't smoke, they might have the same urges. Maybe they don't, because they did it for so long. But whatever it is that good people, they just don't fall into the temptation, or they don't, whatever it is. Just like 607 Unc was saying, he might thoughts ain't not even your thoughts, ain't even your thoughts. You don't own nothing, literally. Like, what's his name? Want you, George Soros? You own nothing to be happy, literally. Like, you, well, in this world, right? What the matrix we living in right now, you definitely don't. Nigga, not your car, not none of that shit. You feel me? We could debate that shit, but yeah. So literally, like, even your thoughts though ain't even yours. They just come and go. Whatever frequency, whatever vibration. If you low vibrating, you gonna get low vibration thoughts. You gonna get low frequency thoughts. If you high vibrating, you gonna get high vibration thoughts. So you gonna get, if you middle vibrating, you gonna get you feel me? Whatever. You feel me? Whatever, wherever you at, that's the thoughts you gonna get until you raise your frequency and your vibration up to get the receive, like a tuning for it, like a tuning station, like a radio. You change the station to get different, or go to different frequencies to get different stations. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta, it's like a radio, bro. But yeah, I don't need, you feel, I feel like if you need you still, at the end of the day, you still need to work on your heart or work on yourself or whatever. You feel me? You still got work to do, because if it wasn't for Jesus, you would still be out here hoeing or whatever the fuck you was doing before you met him, or he entered into your life. And what they say, but we ain't gonna even get it. Fuck it, we'll get into that. You know what they say, for a demon to even get in, you gotta let him in. So for Jesus to even get in, like they say, he was knocking at the door, you gonna let him in. The demon was knocking at your door, you let him in. Now you're being just, yeah, because that ain't even, so yeah, bro.
2024. And this matched the time that they were filming for the movie Him. So these articles started coming back around of Marlon Wayans talking about accepting and supporting his son, Kai, after they came out as transgender. So this was basically him saying he had to do a lot of soul searching when he first learned that his eldest child, who was 24 years old at the time, was transitioning, right? He said, you understand the purpose of kids and the beauty of unconditional love. But at the end of the day, in my heart, only thing that matters to me is that my child is happy. So basically, this was his daughter. And his daughter transitioned into a man, basically. And their name.
He sacrificed his daughter. I'm pretty sure some other people too, but.
Kai. I mean, they actually said they came out as transgender as if it's two of them, as if it's two different people. The pronoun thing is insane. No, it is a girl trying to be a man. It ain't no they. There ain't two separate, there may be two separate versions, but they is just insane that they actually use these pronouns, right? But instantly what this made me think about, and he said, I have a contract with my kids that whatever they do in life, there's a possibility that he's going to find humor in it and make jokes about it, right? But, he has a daughter that transitioned into a man. Now, this might be a way bigger topic if his daughter wasn't over 21 years old. So obviously it's her,
Like, what's his name? What's his name? Dwayne Wade. I believe it's Dwayne Wade, where his motherfucking son turned to a daughter. Unlike Dwayne Wade, and young at that, before motherfucker even really knew what the fuck that shit really was. Sacrificed him over.
Choice, her or him. But it instantly made me think about those rituals in Hollywoods, back to the Dwayne Wades, to the Megan Foxes, to all of these celebrities.
They done been through some shit. They all do if they child star, but just look at they face, right? And you may be like, what do I mean? But it's because I've been learning how to read faces, so I could just look at their face and tell that they've been through some shit. And I mean, a lot of people can, but no, like I look at it, like I can look like when you learn how to read face, this dude called What the Fuck Why the Face. People may think that shit is fake, but nah, bro. Now you may not know everything like they try to do, come at you like a con artist or like, like a slickster, and like they try to tell you, well, I mean, you could probably do that. You may not know exactly what it is, but you could probably say like, okay, they got troubles in this part of their life, like that shit. You can really look, you can really see, like, bro, even okay, so it's this thing. Our ancestors, indigenous Indians, probably knew this shit too, but supposedly there's this tribe in Africa where they can look at like the head of the. Actually, I think the Navajo Traditional Teachers channel did talk about this, but they could tell like how many times you've been on this earth. They can tell how hard of a life you had when you was a baby. They can look at your head and tell all that shit, and look at your face and all that shit, and tell all that shit. So yeah, nigga, that shit ain't count.
Who were like pushing it at the time. They were advocating for young kids to make the transition if they want.
They just hid this information from us. When I mean the government, the colonizers, the people who came over here, did what happened that we all know in history. But they took this information that we had away from us and started using that shit against us. Nigga, they know us better than we even know ourselves now. They know how we shop. They know everything, my nigga. We could do videos on that too. They know everything about it. They did a video back in the day on black consumers and how to appeal to a black consumer. I watched that video when it first hit, well, not first hit, but on YouTube. But I watched it, nigga, some years back. And ever since then, it's kind of just been popping up back in my news feed. But yeah, that was back when I was living with my mama. I watched that shit. So yeah, bro, nigga. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. They know us better than we know ourselves at this point.
Make it basically
Especially now with phones and shit.
forcing
Internet,
it on the
social
kids.
media. People be posting their whole life on that motherfucker. Post when they sad, mad, happy, angry, whatever the fuck the emotion is, nigga. They gonna post that, but they know you better than you know yourself, most likely. Cause you don't pay attention to what you really feeling and how you what you know what I'm saying. They paying attention. They know they know what you like to watch. All that shit. They gonna pop that. That's why you stay stuck when you scrolling on social media. I don't even get on social media. I be thinking about getting on TikTok so I can watch some conspiracy videos. But nigga, I just watch it from these YouTubers that I'll be watching that do it. That's it.
And it just made me think of that ritual because it seems very fitting. Like. That
this is if you want to call this social media, YouTube is the only social media I get on. If you want to call it one, but I don't really call it no social media.
Started, updating articles and stuff right around the time they were in the midst of filming for the movie Him. And he talks about him opening.
Well, I mean, I guess you could, but I don't look at it as a social media as like you TikTok and all Facebook and Instagram and shit like that. It's more I look at it as more like a Netflix or some shit, which is why they can introduce motherfucking YouTube Premium and shit like that now. Cause it's more of like a Netflix type shit, but you are the director. You make your own video and upload it. It gives us the power now to do this shit.
Up to his daughter transitioning, it's just the timing of it just seems a little off. Him kind of like reviving his career, it all is just going together right now. And also that interview was around the time that they were filming the movie as well. The interview he did in the episode with Shannon Sharp, y'all. So with that being said, y'all, man, we'll go ahead and...
Okay, so that's the end of that one. But, yeah, so I was going to watch this whole thing, both of these TikTok reaction videos, but actually, I don't know. I don't even know how long I've been recording for, if I can even see. I don't think I can see. Oh, 2 hours? Hey, it's probably going to be the longest one they could eat. Hey, but no, I do want to jump into this motherfucker real quick though, cause ain't nobody talked about this though, and I'm surprised. I ain't even know about this shit. If I could even find it, here you go.
Why are there 47 screenshot apps in the Mac App Store and literally none of them are good?
There has got to be a better way.
Then I discovered Set App.
Don't have choice.
Somebody said test it on the Gates family. I'm not gonna lie. I vote for that one. Shout out to my dad for this video. Big Scooter.
The reason Diddy is cooked is because Diddy put Ezra Duntor on his back. And it ain't enough people talking about this for me. But that's because most of y'all don't know who Ezra Duntor is. Ezra Duntor.
I don't.
Let me tell you about it. Duntor is a voodoo.
I didn't either, but I know who this is. It's supposed to be the picture of, and we gonna get into it because you can probably see it up here, but it's not necessarily exactly the thing. But I'm gonna talk about what that is in a second. That tab up there.
Spirit. Aloha. Very high ranking. Very vicious. This is who took down the French. This one spirit took down the French with the Haitians against the French. Duntor did all that. And that is who riding Diddy right now. Diddy is over. Even if Diddy got out, I'm trying to tell y'all. That man mindset, his whole spirit, I feel like she got that man spirit.
Right.
Nobody's talking about it. Even the spiritualists. It ain't enough spiritualists talking about this. Diddy put Ezra Duntor on his back.
No, for real. Like I ain't heard this about nowhere.
And this ain't just any spirit. This one of the ones you don't just play with. This one of them ones. Do you hear me? He had to not read nothing. Somebody must have told him, no, this is gonna protect you right here, man. This is gonna protect you. Somebody must have told him that with zero to no knowledge, he went and laid his on his stomach and got the most vicious voodoo spirit that protects women and children. By all means, I'm talking about will take your head off your neck. One of her forms, she shows up with blood coming out of her mouth, blood coming out of her eyes. She's not a gang. I just don't understand that situation. And nobody's talking about it because people don't understand what's happening. Diddy is going down finally, not because of what he's done, but because of what he's done.
I'm not even the one that
Hold on.
watches documentaries, but that was a great documentary of P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Sean Combs, whatever you want to call him. 50 Cent did his thing on that. I'm telling you, I've never seen so.
And my question is, bro, people this is what I'm saying. This is, even though they try to make it seem like they going against 50, even that's planned. They put that out because even the Diddy, even that's planned, bro. Because if people, he had to get all that footage from somewhere, from some people, from somebody. So how did he keep all those people quiet? That's part of the game that he had to get the footage from. Everybody knew he was finna do it. So if they didn't really want it out, they would have stopped him from doing it. So even that's planned.
Ducks line in a row, the way 50 did this whole documentary, all the dots connect is what I'm trying to say. Every I was dotted and every T was crossed in that documentary. And the fact that this man is only will take your.
But I ain't gonna lie, it was a decent documentary though. It was a decent documentary, but hold on.
Hey, Loa. Dantor.
I don't.
Let me tell you about it. Dantor is a voodoo spirit. Eloah is a voodoo spirit. Eloah.
Okay, so first, hold on. Let's bring it up. Okay, so boom, and then okay, so Aloha is a god in the voodoo religion of Haiti. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? That's what that remind me of. I forgot the Princess and the Frog movie with that one dude. That's what this car remind me of right there. And I know that's what. Oh shit, my fault. And I know that's what it's based off of, but that's just what it remind me of though. But okay, that's what it is. It says are powerful spirits that act as intermediaries between the supreme creator God. That's what I'm saying, bro. So I don't, if God, listen, the true creator, not you know what I'm saying, none of that is the true creator. If he wants to talk to you, I'm pretty sure he got your, like, he got your number on speed dial. If he want to talk, like, give you a message, like, you don't need no intermediary, like it's a plug or some shit. You feel me? You don't need no middleman. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the plug trying to hide who he is or something. You feel me? Supposedly before we came to Earth, we knew exactly who we signed up to be here. We came here on a mission doing something. I feel like it's to fight evil, maybe, and they just wiped our mind from forgetting that. But ain't no telling. But yeah, you don't need no intermediary, whatever the fuck I just said that shit. Intermediary. Like, Motherfucker like it's a plug or something. It's a God Bondier and humanity. It's a between the supreme creator God Bondier and humanity. Okay, so now I gotta search with that. My also known as grandmother, some grand maitre, grand maitre. I think I don't know. Gayamet, Grayan, Met, Grayan Met, Haitian Creole is the supreme creator god in the African diasporic religion of Haitian Voodoo. Okay, so Bandier, also known as Grand Maitre, Grand Met, Grand Met, is a Asian. Okay, let's say Voodoo developed among Afro-Haitian communities. Damn, I smoked that whole blunt already. Oh, I said no, I didn't. Amid the Atlantic slave trade of the 17th, 19th century, it arose, of course, the traditions brought to islands of Espanola by enslaved West Africans of them Igbo and Yoruba or Fawn, and the Roman Catholic teachings. And the Roman Catholic teachings of the French colonists who controlled the islands. Bondier took his name from the French language term bondio. Conceptually, Bondier occupied the role played by God in Roman Catholicism and other forms of Christianity, as well as that of the supreme deity found in other African religions. And that's what I'm saying. They put that African stuff on us. We not even African. We are really indigenous Indian. Shout out to Dan Calloway. Is the most, he goes the hardest on that information. So if you don't know about him, go search up Dan Calloway. So yeah, okay, so I got what I need from that. Also, actually, no, I didn't, because I want to see some images. Huh. Interesting. Okay, look, there go that. Bro, oh my God, who did a somebody, who did a video on that? Now I'm finna have to find, I think it might have been, I think I might be wrong, but it might have been Bro Sanchez. Now, bro, I'm finna have to find, who did a video on that, bro? I'm finna have to see. Huh. Okay. Interesting. So, okay. Now let's go boom here. It's a Lua, also called Loa, or Lua, also called Loa, are spirits in the African diasporic religion of Haitian Voodoo and Dominican Voodoo. Voodoo. Hmm. Okay. See, and you may be like, you ain't really doing no research. I am doing research. This is research because once you start getting down, they want you to start certain. They put out. Listen. Let's go. Who was that? Who did a video on that? I forgot who did. I want to bring that up, but let's bring this up real quick, cause. So look at this. Illuminati. Nobody talks about it. Let me say this. Illuminati. They practice oppose superstition, obscurantism, and religious influence over public life and abuse of state of power by monarchs. Okay, boom. So what is obscurantism or obscuration? Because I couldn't say that obscuration or obscurationism. Obscurationism or obscuratish. Yeah, I think it's obscurationism or obscuratism. Okay, so obscurationism is the anti-intellectual practice of deliberately presenting information in an obtruse or imprecise manner that limits further inquiry and understanding of subjects. So they put out anti-intellectual information, meaning refers to a range of attitudes characterized by skepticism, mistrust, or criticism criticism of intellect. Intellectual. Okay, it is commonly expressed as questioning the value or relevance. Let me actually click on that shit. Okay, so it says refers to a range of attitudes characterized by skepticism, mistrust, or criticism of intellectuals, and intellectualism. It is commonly expressed as questioning the value of, pretty much they don't like intellectual people. Okay, so that's what that is. Okay, so y'all, I don't need to know all the rest of that shit. I mean, I could get into the details, but that's how they get you lost when you get to remembering all that other bullshit. But you know what I'm saying? So let's get into why I'm saying that though. Is because of obscurantism or obscurination, where they deliberately present an obtruse amount of information. What does obtruse mean? So boom, obtruse. So difficult to comprehend or understand. Obscure. Obtrusive, meaning they put out a whole bunch of information where you just get overwhelmed and say, fuck it, I don't know anymore, or whatever. You just give up. Or they put out information that's hard to understand or difficult to understand. So you just be like, fuck it, I don't want to understand no more. And you stop looking into it. Or concealed or hidden secret. That's also, or is that, no, that says obsolete. Obsolete, yeah. Well, nah, I mean, it's under that shit, so obsolete, concealed, or hidden secret. So it can also be tied in with obtruse, because guess what? That is all tied in with obtruse. Obscurantism. So where they put out imprecise, which is what concealed or hidden information or inaccurate information, to the manner where you no longer want to look into it. So imprecise, that limits further inquiry or understanding of a subject. Okay, so that's why I don't look all the way into something. I might know something on it, you feel me, but I don't want to know the down to the damn details of everything. I just wanted to, just like they say when you practice learning a language, you don't need to know the whole damn everything. All you need to know is the 20%, because the 20% of every language is the most used. So if you know the 20% of the most used, that's all you really need to know. And I mean, of course, you can learn more from there, but just like a kid, they learn the 20% of information that's really valuable before they learn all the other shit. Same difference. You got to look at shit. I learned what I started learning on this journey of learning as a grown, or being, as a grown person, is that when you learn, you have to look at this shit like a kid. You have to look at it like from the lens of a kid, because they are the supreme learners of learning. If you don't realize that, they will soak up game like a sponge, nigga. They soak up information like it ain't nothing. Bro, my son, if I just say one thing, he will repeat that shit and probably keep it in his head, in his file cabinet forever, bro. He said, whatever I say, whatever, obscurantism. He said, obscurantism. It's saying, then he gonna keep it in his head. You feel me? They are the super. So when you learn, you got to learn from like a kid. But you got to learn. It's really a way to learn. Like, it's really a certain way. I mean, everybody learns different, but it's really a way you can actually learn, where you don't have to learn everything, but you know pretty much everything of what you need to know. You know what I'm saying? You can sound pretty much smart, or like you know what you're talking about, because you pretty much do. You just didn't get down all the way to, you know what I'm saying, all the information of when it first started, and whoop-de whoop doos, and whoop-de, and who runs this corporation, and what they run, and all that other shit. So, but I know, you feel me? All I need to know is to know this shit, to not be into. I don't need to know down to the nitty gritty of what's going. I just need to know. Oh, okay, this is what that is. You feel me? And I mean, I do want to, some details I do know down to the nitty, but you know what I'm saying? Not everything. But like I said, not everything needs to be that way, because, like I said, they put out information to where you want to stop, even where it's just like even hard to remember a lot of the shit. You feel me? So, yeah, that's yeah. Then let me go to okay, I put that up. Okay, boom. Actually, well, I'm tripping. I'm gonna delete those up. Oops, not that. Yeah, I want to delete that stuff up. And then let's get into this though. Back to what I was really into this supposed to do. Okay, so let's go to the images real quick. So you do know who else? Y'all do know who this really is. This is really also the Black Madonna. See that? Or also Mary Magdalene. Look, there go the black one right there. See that? Or also, I can keep going. Mary, whoever, I think it's Saint Mary or Mary or whatever that was, or whoever that was. Or also, I believe maybe even Sophia. So that's who, and you see that that it is a voodoo spirit, so it's from African religion, meaning from Africa, or their religion, all which religions is just a mix of other religions from when they conquered other places, or other, you know what I'm saying, it's just a mix of other shit, and that just proved it, because I just read the shit. So yeah, it's a mix of like they say, it's a mix of whatever the fuck, Roman Catholic, and see, now this is the shit I do need to remember. So, which I will remember, but it's part of the Roman. It's a mix of Roman Catholic and African and Dominican or the Espanol, whatever, you feel me, religion. Okay. So, boom. At least this is what she looked like. This is, you feel me? And this is what, you know what I'm saying? If you ever see images or something, you feel me, it's something to add, connect the dot to. Look, they even got, we gonna go to that in a second, but okay, so Izili Dantor or Isruli Dantor is the main Lua or senior spirit of the Petro family. What is that? So let's go look into that real quick. The Petro family. An alternative known as Dompete, or a family of whatever in the religion of Haitian Voodoo. Okay, so also called Petuo. An alternative known as or it says Dompete or a family of Lua spirits in the religion. Okay, so it's a family of Lua spirits. Okay, so Lua spirits is spirits in the African diaspora religion or Haitian Voodoo and Dominican. That's all you need to know. A revivalist of Louisiana Voodoo. Okay, so that's what a Lua is, and then the Lua is part of the Petro family or the Petro family, alternatively known as a Nampete. Okay. The Petro, the Lua is part of the Petro family, alternatively known as a Nampete, and that is part of the Haitian, Dominican, or Hispanic, or Hispaniola, whatever you want to call it, the spirit family, and Israel is the senior spirit of the Petro family. Okay. That's all I really need to know. I don't need to know the whole mythology of it. That's all, because it's all their information. It's pretty much what I'm saying is I don't want to know all the rest of that, is because that's where you get to start getting sucked into this shit and fall in love with. I mean, I just want to know this information. I just want to know enough to get me out of the matrix. That's all I need to know. You feel me? But so I can make connections with other shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. And they brought it, oh, it's not our religion. So I don't really even want to know all the rest of that shit because it's not my religion. My religion was what my indigenous ancestors used to practice, which I don't really, I mean, I do know, but we don't really know for sure because we wasn't there to know exactly how they did it and what they did. You know what I'm saying? And the ones that do, I mean, when they give us the information, they don't really give it to us exactly the same. You know what I'm saying? They put truths, sprinkles of truths with some other bullshit in there. So yeah, that's who this is. But look at this. They even got an order. Of course they got an order like a organization. I don't want to know all that though. I just need to know what exactly it is, and I just need to know that I'm not fucking with that shit. And if somebody come to me, I know how to identify the shit, and I know that I'm not rocking with it. You hear me? But yeah, so that's what that is. But also, I wanted to talk about this because guess what? There's this influencer. I think I knew about Mary Magdalene back when I was on Instagram and shit like that. I think that's when she started blowing up around like maybe 20, somewhere in the 20 teens, like not maybe 2014, not 20, not probably not even 2014, but maybe about 2014 up to 2018, 17, some shit. Maybe she started blowing up. And I think I might remember her from there. I might be wrong, but she died, supposedly got threw out of from a balcony or some shit. She fell from a balcony. Okay, so we finna actually no, I'm not, because I don't even know if I can show all this on YouTube. But anyways, yeah, that you see what she looked like, and then if we go to this the picture of Eliza, you see how she has these markings, and she, you know what I'm saying? We can go back to the Lua images. Look, if you don't know about that, that's that real shit. Where they put that down. That's another reason why I be black. We could get into a video. Matter of fact, I might do a video on that itself. But that's that real shit right there. Where they put a damn parasite or worm in your eye or one eye. And yeah. I don't know if you know about that shit, but I could do a video on that too. But that's crazy how that just popped up with that. So what also? So a lower diagnosis of a lower from blood identification to innovative approach. What the fuck is this? Hold on, bro. What I just stumbled upon? We rejecting that shit. What I just stumbled upon? From blood identification to innovative approaches. Loesis is a parasitic Loesis is a parasitic disease due to the filarial nematode Loa Loa and transmitted to humans via the bites of a tabanid fly of the genus Chrysops. The disease manifests itself in the two main signs. The adult worm, what the fuck? Hell nah. Hey, if y'all know that one meme where that nigga was, I forgot who it was. I think it was a boxer or some shit. He was like, I forgot who it was, but it was, and they would say he sounded like it was a meme a little while back. He was like, that's how I just sounded like his shit. But the adult worm migration across the subconjunctivity. God damn, I can't say that shit. Subconjunctivia, eye worm, and bro, subcutaneous swelling called calabar swelling. Oh shit. So that's that real shit, bro. They even got they named that shit after a damn parasite, nigga. Let's go find some videos on that damn lower. Matter of fact, if you want me to do some bad, I'm gonna keep this up there. But if you want me to do some video, but yeah, that's who that is. And that's who she's kinda portrayed. That's that spirit that she's portraying, I feel like. But yeah, man, I think I'm gonna end this video right here. And yeah, if you want me to the star ring. I did say I got y'all on that too, the star ring. But lower these so yeah, I think that's it. But before I do the star ring, hold on. Oh shit. I had to go piss, but that water. I had to go piss, but that water going do, nigga. All right, so yeah, I think there might be. Oh no, the star ring. But I was gonna react to both both of these TikTok videos, but it's really those that I really need to extract from it. The rest of it, I was just gonna do some little filler shit. But so yeah, I can exit out of that one. And actually, I'm gonna keep. No, I'm gonna exit out of that one too. But I'm gonna keep this one up because Star. Hold on. Matter of fact. I forgot who made a video on this. Let me see if I just. Oh. Well, let me see if I can find it from this person real quick. I think it was in this video.
When you've got a classic ride, you make time.
Oh, yep, it's this one. So let's get into it.
It says, so, madam, what is the mystery? What's the mystery about this star ring? The star ring that some of these rappers wore on their finger before they died / transition. Y'all know how we do it. We jumps right into it. Now, when y'all look at this star ring that these rappers are wearing in this picture, it looked like a regular ring. But Ancestor said that ain't just no regular ring. Those rings had death rituals. Y'all know what death rituals are? Those rings had death rituals attached to them. Now let's talk a little bit about the power of a ring. Most folks is just familiar with a wedding ring. The wedding ring that you get married with. And when they get married, they speak their vows. To death do them part.
Now we could talk about that because marriage, that shit was brought over. I mean, I think we might have had a form of it maybe, but the way we do it now today comes from fucking the Europeans and shit. You know what I'm saying? That comes from them. Who knows if we had marriage? We might have, but we didn't do it like they did. The way we do it now, it comes from them. Everything we do today comes from them because we was colonized by them. We do what our colonizers do now. That's what happens when a place get colonized.
Etc. And they do this while using...
You lose your ways and have to follow in with their ways, but if you want to practice your ways, you have to do it on the down low and create like an organization. Then if you do that and they catch wind about it, they can infiltrate it or break that shit up or whatever they want to do. Turn it into something else, whatever.
That wedding ring. Now, believe it or not, when people get married, that's actually a ritual. And the wedding ring is what they use to attach the ritual. The wedding ring ain't the only ring, y'all. Most of my Jamaican and African people, they know what I'm talking about. It's a ring called the guard ring. That's what it's called, the guard ring.
And that's why you also, hold on. But yeah, that's why I was going to play it, but that's why you also have to be careful about who you get jewelry from. Because, or where you get the jewelry from. Because you don't know what's put on it or when I mean what's put on it, I mean like what rituals or spells, you know, whatever type of shit like that. You never know what's put on it.
And the guard ring is well known in Jamaica and Africa. And the guard ring is known as being a bodyguard. Somebody say, what you mean, so, madam? Well, listen to me closely. I said this guard ring is known as being a bodyguard. Some people wear the guard ring for protection against car accidents, traveling accidents, shootings, things of that nature, etc. And when the person who wears the guard ring, they feel it getting real warm on their finger, that's the spirit that's attached to that ring, warning them that danger is near. Now let's go a little bit deeper. It might surprise y'all. It might surprise y'all to know the type of people who have a guard ring. Some celebrities, they got guard rings. Some lawyers, they got guard rings. Some politicians, criminals, etc. They got guard rings. And people just ain't aware that they're wearing guard rings on their finger. Most of those Freemasonry / Illuminati rings that you see out there today, that people are wearing, those are actually guard rings. And if it ain't a guard ring, it can be a regular ring or another type of ring. It's different type of rings, that can be made, such as guard rings, a sex ring, money rings, and even death rings, power rings, etc. And how they make these rings is
EVE Online is a vast...
They attach a demon or an ancestor or an angel or any other spirit. They attach it to the ring. And that's how it's made, okay? Some other things that is done to that ring, but I'm just giving you, a little basis of it. And that rabbit hole go much more deeper. Now I want y'all to remember, all spirits are not bad / evil. Just like you got good people out there, and you got evil people out there in this world. You got good spirits, and you also got evil spirits. Okay?
It sound crazy, but hold on. Let's see if I can go find the comment. Man, hey, you see this comment right here? It say anybody else be having random ads of rings and wedding rings popping up on their timeline? Man, I ain't gonna lie. I did, and I still do now, especially sometimes on YouTube. But when I was on social media, man, but I still do now too, though. I still do. It's popping up like spiritual spouse trying to connect or something of all that sort. And yeah, no cap. This is random, but I swear I always click. And I do click and block, remove some ads, and it still pop up. But man, where boom, hold on. Nope, that ain't it. Oh, boom, I was scrolling past it. It's right here. It's good angels, it's good ancestors, it's even good demons, and I'm learning that it's bad demons and good demons. But it's something that I struggle the most with. Somebody said, I'm new to this. How would you define a good daemon? And if you don't know, like YNW, did Melly, his name or last name is Damon or Demon, some shit like that. Even he was put there was all the sacrifice for his mama. You see how she was all in the limelight and all fucking. Supposedly she fucked with supposedly she fucked with YNW Jew or no Sack Chaser or some shit. She fucked with Sack Chaser. She was fucking bro. And then even supposedly Sack Chaser was fucking on YNW Melly and them like that, bro. This is all ritualistic shit going on. They know this is all they got. They know what the fuck going on. Even bro, his mama sold him over because his mama's probably part of that shit. His mama's part of. If you see how she act, nigga, she was acting more. She was trying to act more famous than he was, trying to be more famous than he was. Just like I watched. There's a Biggie documentary that I was watching too. His mom, even his not Biggie, but not Biggie, but Tupac. But that too, I feel like some along because that didn't seem that documentary ain't sit right with me either. So I'm up with that too. But um 21 Savage, I feel like his mama too, because if you look at what his mama nigga did all in a limelight and some more shit, like bro. And suppose it's this thing going around 21 Savage, and I could watch, I could react to a video with that, but 21 Savage supposedly he was denouncing his father, saying he was dead, but he really was alive. But the whole time there was he was paying for shit, and some bro, it was some crazy shit. I want to see if I can find that video, matter of fact. But I'm gonna get back to what I'm saying. Let me see if I can even just find that video, bro. Right here.
We have got to the point where literally,
I believe that's it. Yeah, that's it. But
this is what.
Yeah, did this one right here. I don't know if I'm gonna react to it, but even that whole thing, I feel like is like a ritual and something going on. Maybe it was for real, and his mama was telling. What I feel like was going on was his mama. I feel like the dad maybe might have been in on it, but definitely the mama. That's why she wanted to come to America in the first place, and whether he liked it or not, or the dad, the mama was trying to be acting a little like she be in the limelight and shit, bro. I feel if you want to watch that, we can, but I'll do another video on that if you want me to. Just put it in the comments. But hold on, I gotta go.
Moving on to the next.
All right. Oh shit! I put my headset on backwards. All right, let's get it though. But yeah. Oh shit. Like I was saying though, but yeah, like there's good spirits and there's bad spirits. There's good demons. There's even bad demons. If you didn't know, but like I was saying, she said, "How's there good ones?" They said when you realize that they have no evil intentions towards you or anyone else. If you study Buddhism, you will learn that this is actually true. Buddha subdued a demon that was causing disasters and made him a protector of the law, of the law of cause and effect. There are many protector demons in Buddhism. Makala is one of my favorites. No black magic or evil intentions can work on a person who works with them. So pretty much if you're working with them, they gonna be some good demons. Then there's bad demons if you're working against them. Same thing. Like there's if you a bad or if you a good angel or a good a good spirit, then a good spirit is working with you. And if you were a bad one, then the bad one is working against you. So same. But yeah, let's get back to this.
Most of y'all are familiar with the movie, The Lord of the Rings. Y'all done seen that movie. Now in that movie, everybody wanted the rings of power. Y'all seen them? They was even fighting over this ring, the rings of power. They was searching low and high and low for this ring of power, these rings of power, y'all. Y'all seen the movie? And whoever got hold of this ring, they held the power. Now, when you read between the lines of this movie and you put the pieces of the puzzle together, you see that this movie is speaking about the guard ring and other rings that I just told y'all about. That's basically what this movie is talking about. These rings are very real.
And these movies are very real. They put everything in movies and TV shows. They telling you. They can't tell you, but they tell you. You just gotta know how they telling you.
Shit, think I'm playing. I said these rings are very real. Some people think stuff that they see in movies, oh, well, we just seen that in a movie, it ain't real. No, baby. It was a car accident. The man who was wearing this ring survived the car accident. And the others who was in the car accident, they didn't even survive. I done seen some things, got some stories to tell. Now some of y'all is familiar with the Pope Francis. That's his name.
Your Mac can do way more than you think. You're just missing the right apps. I was just using the default stuff. Then I got Set App.
It's a video of worshipers trying to kiss his ring. And you see him smiling and pulling his hand back so they can't kiss his ring. Somebody say, so, madam, what do that mean? Why didn't he allow them to kiss his ring? Ancestors gave it to me like this. Pope Francis, he is wearing a ring of power and control, etc. And his ring was made using demonic spirits, etc. And the reason why he didn't allow them to kiss his ring, it ain't have nothing to do with no hygiene and germs and things of that nature. The reason why he didn't allow them to kiss his ring is because only certain people with a certain type of energy, etc., can kiss his ring. Watch close, only a certain type. Okay? With a certain energy. And that rabbit hole go deeper. Put it together. If the Pope allows somebody to kiss his ring, what that person is doing is giving energy, etc., to the demonic spirit that's inside of that ring, not the ring itself. I told y'all, things go much more deeper. Even when we think of the mom.
Things get weird in the mud. But like I said, it's all they stuff anyway. So that's why I don't really learn this shit. I just know enough to keep me out of the matrix, pretty much.
In different gangs. And they have them kiss the ring. It ain't them just kissing a ring. They're giving energy and honoring the spirit. Okay, the guard ring, the spirit that's in that ring. Trying to show y'all what's up. Now, with all that being said, we come back to the question. So, madam, what ancestors showed you about these rappers who wore them star rings? And eventually,
Mo 3 had 2 of them.
They end up getting shot and killed. All of the rappers that y'all see in them pictures, in this picture right here, they were chosen to be the sacrificial lamb. And these star rings that you see these rappers wearing, these rings were curse rings. In other words, a ring that was fixed with a deaf voodoo spell. Okay?
And we just did the research on that.
And it was fixed with a deaf voodoo spell to get that specific rapper or the specific person wearing this ring to get assassinated / shot and killed, murdered / blood sacrifice. And as soon as these rappers, they put that ring on their finger, the death ritual, the death spell was activated. And it was activated to eventually take place / manifest. That's how most of these blood sacrifices are made. Through the cursed objects that they wear. And of course, it's other ways that people are sacrificed. But that's one of the main ways that people don't see. Through a cursed object. And Sister said,
and I knew, but I didn't know about this deep. You feel me? Until recently when I found her channel not too long ago. But I knew something was up with that star ring. That's why I didn't choose that mother. Now, what does this one mean to represent? That I don't know. I'm gonna have to do my research, but
these cursed rings that these rappers are wearing. Some of them, they received the ring as a gift from somebody else. Said, here you go. And they had no idea that the ring was fixed with death, voodoo. And the rappers who purchased the ring on their own, from the jewelry store. They didn't know that some of these people who work at the jewelry store are agents. Agents for the PTB, the powers that be, / the evil Freemasons. They got these rappers and different people, thinking that they down with the same team. But they actually are playing against each other. That's what's going on in the background. Now we see videos all the time. And we see these rappers going to the jewelry store. They even got they jewelry man on speed dial.
I believe Polo G might have had one too, but he probably just stopped wearing it because he realized what it meant.
They go to these jewelry stores, y'all. And they get they rings, they necklaces, bracelets, gold teeth, etc. They get they jewelry from the jewelry man. Like they get their weed from the weed man. And as Sister said, most of this jewelry that they getting from the jewelry man, from the jewelry stores.
Yo, I just typed that in and it made the whole track.
They don't even know that some of these jewelries that they wearing are cursed objects. Cursed objects. Some of the people.
Some of them is playing the game and they know. Some of them is playing the game and they don't know all the details of what, stuff like this. Some of them is playing the game and don't know nothing. They just think that they famous until they realize and stumble up on or something happens or something. And then they get woken up by the true creator to go find something true, which is why some of them, because they don't really, like I said, that the Freemasonry is the same Bible, same thing, everything. They just actually do what the Bible says to a T, with the sacrificings and all that other shit. Okay, so when they say that some of them say they go to church and they found God and all that shit, they know exactly what they mean. They know what the mysteries is. But some, they just know, because we just, if you don't know, you don't know about this stuff, right? You just know that there's maybe a devil in there and there's a God, or the good, then you just know there's Jesus. So some of them play a game with that and, trick you because they know, like I just showed you with that video, well, before that, with that old man in the masonry, or they don't really know and they just say, oh, it's evil, so I found God, I went to ran to Jesus, because that's all they know. Spirit, they don't really know nothing else spiritually. You feel me? They just know they grew up, or this is all we know is being Christian. So I just ran back to Christianity because God is going to protect me, or Jesus is going to protect me from the evilness that's going on in the industry.
Who work at these jewelry stores. They know about the guard rings, the love spell rings, the power rings, etc. They know about these rings. And some of them get paid in the background to sell some of these rappers and different people a cursed ring or any other jewelry.
So that the artist, I mean not the artist, the jewelry person knows that they selling. The label they probably put a spell over it, or the label, somebody will drop it off from the label and tell them to sell you this. Sell this to him next time he come in, and it's got some type of spell or something put on it.
That they put a curse on and sell it right to him to cause death on that person. And I promise y'all, that rabbit hole go much more deeper. But the rappers that you see on...
Now guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? This is gonna hit different. Many men, many men wish death upon me, Lord. I don't cry no more. I don't look to the sky no more. Have mercy on me. Have mercy on my soul. So I made my heart turn cold. Now that has a whole different meaning when you know exactly he talking about. 50 Cent knew about this shit too.
Right here. And some other ones that wore that star ring. And they activated that death ritual. Soon as they put it...
What he's saying, many people wish death upon him. He probably saying spells that they doing, or the people that, or the so-called street life that he was in, which of course he was talking about that, but, or portraying or talk about that, but the hidden is the occult side that he wasn't talking about, is the hidden occult side. So yeah, when you know that's how it hit different.
On their finger and wore it. And all of them were chosen to be sacrificial lambs. Now, not all rappers, but it's a lot of rappers that's in the industry now. And they not aware that the star ring that they're wearing is actually a blood sacrifice ring. Ancestors, they gave me the mystery. And Ancestors said, it's other cursed jewelry out there. But the star ring that you see these rappers wearing, almost everybody in a rap game got a star ring. And this star ring that you see some of them wearing, it is being used as the blood sacrifice ring. And
I think even Tupac had one.
They never know.
And Biggie, maybe.
If they receive the cursed star ring or not. Now, if they receive the... And the game is, they never know if they receive the cursed star ring or not. Now, I told y'all, the game being played on them and they don't even recognize it. Put the pieces of the puzzle together, my people. Put it together. The mystery is, that's a cursed ring.
Look. So yeah, man. So yeah, that's it. If you want me, like I said, to react to this, the which I don't even really, which I do actually, yeah. If you want me to react to this, I got you, because I know I can turn this shit into something. I got you. Because boy, I actually do want to do a video on this. I might just do it anyways. But yeah, man, that's it. That's all I got, man. So shit, let me go ahead, and it sucked that I can't switch my shit. Like, it works sometimes and then it don't. I don't know. But that's it for this one, y'all, man. I know y'all might have enjoyed this one. If y'all didn't, I did. So I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one, man.